All right, so we are live here.
Turn off the emojis.
Oh, come on now. There we go. Oh, fuck me. Holding this room right now. Ooh, I can't wait for dinner tonight. I'm having Chipotle for dinner.
Oh, there you go.
Haven't had that in months. What's up, Jody?
Hey,
Yeah, it's
Jody, how's it going?
been at least 4 or 5 months since I had Chipotle. Been a while. Sarah called me and said, "What do you want for dinner?" And I was thinking, I was like, "Oh man, Chipotle sounds so good."
Now, what do you usually get there?
Either the bowl or the burrito. I mean, the bowl and the burrito is pretty much the same thing, except for with the burrito, you get a
You get a wrap.
tortilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're the same thing essentially. So
I don't think I've ever eaten Chipotle before.
it's good. I mean, you just don't want to get nothing spicy on it if you're not a spicy person. But
Oh, I am
they
not.
have like spicy beans and non-spicy beans, so you can get. But you also have to be somewhat of a vegetable lover too, because a lot of the toppings are vegetables, like tomatoes and onions and stuff like that. It's really good.
Hey, Mark White, how you doing?
What's up, Mark? I know a lot of people give Chipotle shit, but I've always liked it. I've always thought it was good.
The
Oh, does he? Interesting, Jody.
It's still windy as hell here, and it's only 22 degrees with strong wind. It was spitting snow for 2 or 3 hours this afternoon.
I don't know. What's up, Jonathan? Jody, I really think Vic Moss, though, I think he's very naive. Like he was saying the other day, oh, thousands of people have wrote in. What the hell does thousands of people writing in of a population of 330 million people? That ain't going to make a big dent. You need millions of people to write in if you really want to get something done like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, that the drones just got wrapped up in a whole nother political spectrum that is completely out of the drone community's control, no matter how much they think that they're going to
Yeah,
change it. It
exactly.
got so
Keep an eye on it. Mia wants to
if
go out.
the drones were Japanese, you would have never heard any of this bullshit.
You gotta go outside.
It's because they're Chinese and a lot of politicians don't like China anymore, so they just got bunched in with a bunch of other crap.
Okay, hurry up.
So I think he's naive in the fact that he thinks that's just never going to pass. Mark is what I'm saying. Like because there's always a chance that that bill could get slipped into a larger bill and go unnoticed. It has happened plenty of times. The whole remember when the whole alien thing where they said that the DOD had to come out with a report by a certain time. That was because that bill got shoved into a COVID bill and nobody read it and it got passed. And burrito, please. It got passed because of that, and it can always happen. Politicians do it all the time over here. They'll sneak bills into bigger ones, and then they're 30,000, 50,000 pages. Nobody reads that shit, and then they go in there and they just pass the shit. I'm just saying, I don't think he's seeing the bigger picture of the entire anti-Chinese sentiment that's going on in this country. Is what I'm saying. He's looking at it just from a drone perspective. I'm looking at it as they don't want Chinese products. They don't want Chinese software. They don't want anything from China anymore. It's like they're trying to push all that out of here. And the drones have just got thrown into a bigger ball of a bunch of other shit. And that's what I'm saying is I don't think he's looking outside far enough. I think he's got tunnel vision when it comes to these drones. Just my opinion. I'm not saying he's an idiot or anything. I'm just saying when it comes to that particular part, I think that he has tunnel vision on that and he's being a little naive about it. Because he's always like, oh, it's never going to go anywhere. They're not going to do it. Keep thinking that, bro. Because I honestly could give a shit less. I would hate to see your guys' hobby get destroyed because technically I'm not in it anymore. But I can't advocate for China. Fuck them. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm not going to go out there and advocate for Chinese shit. Like, that's just not my thing. Regardless if people think it's helping or not, I can't do it. It's just my opinion. You know, nobody has to take what I say serious.
Mommy. Come on.
I hope you're all right there, Jody. Hopefully it doesn't hit. Did it hit anybody or anything? Or destroy anything? What's up, Marie? How's it going? Hope everybody is okay out there. And that's the thing, Marie. Yes, China is out. I mean, this is why so many American manufacturers are starting to move their stuff to India and they're starting to move to Mexico as the two big areas right now for manufacturing movement. The thing is people just a lot of the first world nations around the world just don't trust China. They don't like China. And this is why I think the US will remain on top. And this is just like I said, just my opinion, is because if you look at all the allies that the US is very, very close with, they're all the big first world nations of the world. Most of them are. The allies, the few allies that China actually has, they're all bullshit, shithole little countries that have real no effect on the global economy in a large scale. So who does China really have? And nobody trusts them. People feel more comfortable with the US than they do China. Most
Hey,
countries
Sarah,
feel.
did you answer Sarah what you were
Yeah.
getting? Okay.
Yeah, that's why she put the thumbs up. But yeah, people trust the US more than they do China.
Hello, Marie S.
And that's not sounding, I'm not trying to sound cocky or nothing. It's just, we all know the US is the preeminent power of the globe at the moment. And, you know, that just puts them in a certain
I saw an
position.
interesting fact on the news the other day, Justin, that because I never counted them up or never thought about it, but the news said that there's only 57 countries in the whole world.
Oh, it's 190 something, I think.
They said 57 or something.
I'm pretty sure it's like 190 something.
Let me look.
What's up, TJ?
DJ, Justin. Oh,
But like I said, as much as I would hate to see your guys' hobby get destroyed over politicians bullshit, at the same time, I can't advocate for a Chinese company. Like I said, that's just me.
You're right, Justin, 195.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's a lot of really tiny countries, like little islands, and you got like I think the tiniest country is what, Liechtenstein? It's like 13 miles across or something.
Africa has
tiny.
54 countries. Asia has 48 countries.
Maybe they said a different. Maybe you misunderstood them when they were talking. I don't
Could be.
know.
But even 195 countries worldwide isn't a lot. When you figure a lot of them, some of them are just like little postage stamps, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, how you doing, Justin?
Family,
You
what's
mean
up?
Jonathan?
How you doing, Justin?
You met Jonathan, right, Paul?
Yep.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, Paul?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Did you say it was like 20 something degrees there still?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
25 degrees right now. Hey, Joe, look, check it and see
Yes.
if I hit the wrong button and made you the host instead of just a co-host.
I mean, Jody, Mark,
Oh.
you guys are two smart guys. If you think I'm wrong or you think I'm crazy, just tell me. I mean,
Okay,
like
how
other
to find
people's
that out?
opinions.
Well, look,
You go up and you look at the three buttons at the top.
I'm curious on your guys' opinion on what I said.
I got 3 buttons at the top.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay, I
Justin,
got the 3
maybe
buttons at the top.
maybe you could explain to him how he checks to see if he's host.
Go down to the bottom to participants,
Participants.
and then the little side white thing will come up, and it looks like Joe is the host.
Okay.
So then you're going to go to Paul Murray's, the 3 dots next to his name, and put
Okay.
make host.
Make host.
No, no, mine now.
It usually gives, sometimes it will give Paul a button that says he can reclaim it, but it doesn't pop up all the time.
It shows now.
Usually,
Oh,
if you
I
go to
know
that side
nothing.
menu, Paul, sometimes there's a reclaim button down at the bottom. You can take it back from somebody because you're technically the owner of the channel. So
If you'd have made Dominic the host, he'd have kept it.
Dominic wouldn't do that.
Hmm?
Would you, Dominic?
He made me the host, and he said, "Just click on it, give it back." I went, "No."
Yeah,
And Jonathan, the man, make him co-host.
Jonathan,
Did y'all anybody catch that video?
yeah, I
Which
watched
video?
it.
Billy just
I'm
put
Teddy
up
did.
a background
Yeah,
interviewing him on what's going on with his charges.
What are you talking about?
I honestly, without a lawyer, I wouldn't be on YouTube talking about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
If you have an open case like that, you don't go on the internet and talk without a lawyer with you.
No, because that's like
Just saying.
grinding sand into the eyes of the opponent, you know?
No, it's giving them free because he could say something that they could use against him
Yep.
now that he just did that.
Yeah. He might have.
don't-
He
Start
might have.
sharpening that knife.
This is why any movie star, anybody that's got money, when they do an interview, they'll have a lawyer
everybody
sitting
in the
next
chat.
to him, and that lawyer will advise them, don't answer that question. It's okay to answer that. Don't answer that.
Maria said,
Yeah.
said hello, Dominic.
Him to
Why?
keep going on with these damn live streams and talking about it is only digging a hole for him.
Yeah, he said he's gonna drop one of the names that's on the list on his next live.
Well,
And
technically, he said he doesn't have the list because they redacted it.
Yep.
He
I don't know.
thinks, he assumes that if he goes to court, they have to show it to him once once he's in the courtroom. That's not necessarily the case.
If
He's
it all
just
depends on
assuming.
who's accusing him. If they're using the people who's accusing him to build a case, then they have to tell him who it is. But if it's just the FAA
You have the right to the truth, to know the
doing it,
truth.
yeah, if it's just the FAA themselves doing it, well, that's who you're dealing with.
Well,
So,
like I said, the law is weird. I mean, it just depends on the case itself. But like I said, he even said that he got a list of the names, but they're all redacted, so he can't see who it actually is. But the thing is he right now he's just assuming he knows who turned him in. He doesn't actually know though. He's just assuming certain people because there was rumors going around 3-4 years ago that I found out about after I came in the community because this was before me. Some of this happened before me, and I heard that he, I heard him accuse a couple different people but he never actually had proof. But he's assuming that once he goes to court, they'll have to show him an unredacted list Which he could be correct, but at the same time, it's a federal court, so I don't know how that
But
works. So
his problem's
don't
gonna
know.
be, Justin, is he thinks that he's smart enough to represent himself. And
Because
that's,
because sometimes court cases there can be witnesses and they don't necessarily have to testify in certain cases. So
Right.
I don't know where that falls under that. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is it's not necessarily the people that reported him are considered the people that are his accusers. It's the government that's accusing him.
that's right.
Right. And they're
So
using,
they
they're
don't.
using
They might
videos
not
that
have
they-
to.
Yeah, they're using the
Right.
videos that they took offline.
Uh-huh.
So
Right. So they might not have to give up those names because those people aren't accusing him. They just reported it.
right.
So they might not give up the names because now it's the government that's accusing him, not the actual witness, what you would consider, I guess, a witness or the person that turned him in.
Right.
They wouldn't be considered the ones accusing him. They're just it's like calling in a tip line, right? They don't have to give your name when you call an anonymous tip on somebody. They don't give your name out to the person because you're not accusing them. You're just giving a tip. And in the police department, they arrest them and then the prosecutor accuses them of it, takes them to court.
Right. Right.
So that's why I think it falls under that myself. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that's where it's going to fall under because I think it's the
I may
government.
be right because I know it was a document I seen. They had a list of all the videos that they were.
Oh, it
taking
was
them-
like 25 or 30 videos. It was a lot.
Right. So if it's the videos that they're using, well then yeah, there's no names to
And
be given.
he said that it wasn't actual videos. They were all live streams there. He was live streaming from the street flying. He said none of them were actual videos. They were all live streams he did.
Well, he was live
So-
streaming directly on YouTube. So they ended
Right.
up being videos once he closed which comments logged
Right.
in.
Oh, and you know that they copied those videos. They got copies, whether he deleted them or not. They got copies. Because the thing is you can delete a video, but YouTube actually, I think, does store them for so long after you delete them.
Yeah.
And then they'll permanently delete them out of their system, I think, after a certain amount of time. But they could have went to YouTube with the warrant and said, we want these certain videos off his channel. YouTube would have to give it to him,
Alrighty.
you know. And YouTube, they could have contacted YouTube and said, if he deletes any videos there to be stored, here's a warrant that says so, you know.
Right.
And he thinks that by deleting them, he got rid of them and they could just be storing them. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I said. It was like 25 or 30 videos. He said 26. So, yeah. But he said they were all live streams too. They weren't like edited videos that he did. He said they were all from him live streaming from the street.
Well, no, I remember keep screaming about how some of them videos are edited. Anything can have it in an edited video. And
Well, now he's claiming that some of that footage wasn't his.
yeah, I heard that. Yeah, now he's saying that he wasn't the one flying. I caught that too.
Yeah, he said some of those videos I edited, he goes, I might have been there, but I wasn't the one flying and that wasn't even my footage. So, I mean, they have to prove that. But this is the thing is if they took 3 years to get to where they're now taking him to court,
They got
what
it.
if they got him on for the past 3 years of other stuff he's done that they might be building a second case that he doesn't know about?
If they took 3 years to build up the case, they ain't gonna knock on your door till later. We got you. We already got you. We just gonna got to do the paperwork, take you through the motions, but we already got you.
Well, is
Well,
there
like
been
I said,
is there a court date, Justin?
Tomorrow, hearing tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
The thing is the federal government prosecution rate for successful where they win cases is in the high 90s. They don't lose very often. Very rare does the federal government lose a case. So when they got you by the balls, you're fucked.
Said
You
might
better
get it.
have. This is why some states in certain situations
Hey,
will turn
Vegemite.
cases
Vegemite.
over to the
How
federal
you doing,
government.
Vegemite? Hey, Veggie.
But this is why certain states sometimes will have a case and they'll have the FBI come in and take it over because then they know the FBI is going to do extremely due diligence on it, and then when they take it to court, they're almost going to win. They
Well,
almost have a
I would
guarantee of
love
winning.
to see the live stream from the courtroom tomorrow. Then,
Are they gonna
of
do
this
that?
case.
It depends on whether they're going to do that or not. I don't know.
Boy, if they
Probably
do
not.
that, it'd be gold. It
Like I
isn't.
said,
It
it's-
isn't like a neighborhood Karen going crazy. It'd
He's
be just-
claiming he doesn't have a lawyer, but I don't know if a case like that would they provide him with the.
Yeah. If he's
Yeah,
I
lying,
guess
they still got to
Any
provide.
case, they provide you with a lawyer. Any case.
But he did
You
make
gotta-
a good point in his video, dude. That lawyer better know something about aviation, or they're going to be fucking useless in that courtroom.
Right, Sarah.
Well, you might well say that then from the beginning. They're gonna be used. Any lawyer he gets gonna
But-
be useless because
But the thing is,
lawyers don't
he
really do those type of cases.
the minute he knew that they were going to pursue this, that's when he should have got off YouTube and stayed off YouTube
Yep.
until the court hearing was over. Because
Yeah.
now everything he said in those interviews that he's posted to YouTube, they're
Is
going
he
through
gonna
that
use-
fine tooth comb looking for admissions and different things. And they're going to use that against him.
You know, ironically, what you said about him saying, because I didn't see the whole thing. I started to watch it and I did something else.
Mhm.
He said that he did not, was somebody else flying.
Yeah.
Now the problem is, who is he going to say was flying?
Right.
They still, if he says that, if
They're gonna
can
ask
he
him,
prove
yeah.
some? That,
Yeah, and
he
if he
might
make-
put a burden on him to have to prove it.
Yeah, if he says that in a courtroom, he's going
He
to
may
have
have to put the
put up
burden
or
on
else
them to
that's,
prove it.
that's perjury. Yep.
Yep. You
But
have to
that's the
check-
thing is, he
Better
should
not
have
say
never
shit.
done any interviews without a lawyer with him. When he did that interview with Bot Grinder, technically he should have had a lawyer sitting next to him. You can
Yeah.
answer this, and he should have went over Bot Grinder's questions and said, you can ask him this, you can't ask him that, you can ask him this. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But the thing is him being in all the live streams, because he said that the videos they got him on were all live streams from the street. So he showed himself flying, but he's saying
that's
all
the-
the
that's
other
the thing.
videos that they haven't gotten him on, he's claiming all the edited videos he's done that were just edited and uploaded. He's claiming that not all that was his footage, not the ones that they're getting him for.
But
So-
then you got another part. A good attorney is going to say, well, you have footage, you have film of him holding a controller saying he's flying, but how can you prove that he's flying?
And voice, and he has voiceover all his videos. You know. with
Yeah,
his-
but not all the time though. Some of those videos he could have showed himself with the controller in his hand. Because
Well,
you know how
anytime he
people
does a
do,
live stream
they'll flip
outside
the
his
drone
house,
around
he
and
does
get.
show himself. Yeah, he'll
Just
lift
think
the
about
drone up, you'll see him, and then he'll take off, and even when he comes and lands, he lands it right in front of him. He's looking at himself with the camera,
Yep,
with the
out
drone.
in front of the house.
That's
Yep.
all they need.
But-
Like Joe,
But
when
what
you do.
yeah,
Well, I was gonna say when you do a drone
Hold on,
away
Donald.
from you, and you're standing there when
Yeah.
you got the goggles and the
Well,
controller in your hand,
Has that
and
short
that
coming along.
drone's looking at you. I mean, there's your
yeah, I
proof right
understand
there.
that, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean he does a droney by his house that he flew it to the William Penn. It could have been somebody else. How are they going to prove that it was
But-
him doing the sticks?
Like I said, with the conviction rate the federal government has, trust me, they wouldn't be at this point unless they knew for
Here
a fact
comes
that they're gonna.
Rob.
Oh, I think
Have
it's
a
going to be
good
tough to
case.
win. But I think if you get the right kind of attorney that knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
you could probably put him on a run a little bit.
Well,
he'd
they-
be better.
They
off.
would
Oh.
say, you're the one that posted it to YouTube. It's up to you to prove it wasn't your video.
Yeah, it's a Caesar
And
Champ.
instead of
Yeah,
him
he-
proven
You
guilty.
don't literally need somebody to come in and say, I was the one who did it. Ain't nobody about to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell no!
Well,
Or-
his,
or-
what does he use his alter ego? The guy that he
Stu. Stu.
Stu. It was Stewie flying it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look,
But the
I'm
thing
pretty
is-
pissed.
He was
Stu
comparing. So he was also comparing himself to Elon Musk. He said Elon Musk
Yeah.
got fined $170,000 for a paperwork fuck up on a rocket launch. He goes, I don't
170.
understand. He has a paperwork fuck up on one rocket launch to space, and he gets fined less than I do. But the thing is you got fined for 26 videos that added up to $180,000. Each one of those videos was its own fine,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and it added up to that.
$101.
If Elon Musk fucked up 26 times, he would have paid $10 million in fines. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. Is it's you're comparing 26 fuck ups to one fuck up, and you're trying to compare that, and you can't.
Good evening, Rob and Donald.
Yeah.
But that is a good point too, considering the possible, and then you have to compute basically, I guess, what risk Elon Musk screwing up paperwork, how much risk did that pose to the general public?
Because yeah, you got all these scientists and shit that work in the building. They were launching the rocket just as normal. It's just it was a paper fuck up with the FAA. It didn't affect what they were actually doing though. But like I said, if Elon did it as many, if he did 26 times, did that, he would be paying millions of dollars in fines. But he's trying to compare his 26 fuck ups to one.
Well,
Elon Musk
it's ludicrous for him to compare
You
himself.
can't do that because each one of those was a specific amount of money being fined to him that added up to $180,000.
Gene Mel.
I watched the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It bugged the shit out of me.
Oh, Bot Grinder too.
Oh,
isn't
no,
very
it
good
wasn't.
at
It wasn't.
interviewing.
It wasn't the questions. It wasn't the answer. It was the setup, the camera angles. They should have
Oh.
left the angle the same side of the of their line where they're looking, because they were both looking to that side of the screen, and so it didn't look like they were talking to each other.
And then the audio was a little.
And the
fucked
audio
up,
kept
too.
jumping from Bot Grinder's audio to Philly's to Mikey's.
And then you
audio.
would hear Bot Grinder talk, but it would sound like he was on the other side of the room.
right.
It didn't have a nice even audio. Yeah.
They didn't. They
I
didn't
noticed
take the
that
two
too.
audio because they. I don't know if they shot it at the same time. I think they shot it at the same time because in the first shots you can see one camera in this camera shot, but they had two audio sources and they would just cut directly from the audio source of the video you're seeing. They should have overlaid both audio sources to give you more even tone,
Right.
and then drop. Just
So
say
Donald was
one
just
in and
critiquing
out.
the
I'm
interview.
critiquing the
It
way
was-
the video was put
he's
together.
critiquing the production. Yeah.
Yeah, I was critiquing the production. I was like,
So, Rob, what are you up to?
Just mucking around.
And that's true too, Mark. But who the hell's going to want to do that? You're going to want to
Yeah.
come forward and be like, "Yeah, it was me that flew it."
I am
my bad.
Spartacus.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. If they already know he's getting in trouble for it, and that's the thing, is if he knew who it was, well, you think he would try to save his own ass? I guess not.
Well,
I think it's
I
just
think,
an
Mark, that
excuse,
the statement you made in there is Michael has a problem with reasonable.
And like I said, out of all the alphabet agencies, the FAA is probably the most chill. Because let's face it, if this was the FBI or the ATF, they would have busted in and arrested him already. After the first two videos, they wouldn't have fucking sat around and waited around.
They'd have taken him out
Like,
stealing. Yep.
yeah, you would fuck around with any of the other alphabet agencies. Yeah, they're going to drag your ass across the
Lance.
coals. And they wouldn't have they wouldn't have called you and said, "Oh, make sure next time you don't do that. We're just letting you know." No, they would have just went in and got you right then for fucking up the first time.
What are you talking about? Your string?
Oh, he
No, I don't want to talk about that.
There we go.
I'm not talking about that no more.
Hey,
So
show
Lance-
the video of pulling the string.
No, I'm not talking about it. Seriously, I don't want to talk about it. That was a very painful month. I want to just put it behind me. What's up, Tim?
I love you.
Woo!
There's a snake in my boot.
What you got to do is change that down. There's a snake in my tooth. There you go.
Not baiting me. I have Chipotle coming tonight. Leave me alone. All right.
And my dad, about a week before he died, he was kind of bedridden at the end, and they had a catheter, and he's standing there with a bloody catheter in his hand, saying, "I don't think I should have pulled this out."
Oh,
Balloon and all.
he pulled the whole thing out. I can't
Pulled it
imagine
right
what
out.
it felt like
I'm
pulling
not-
that out.
I'm not
He said it
entirely
didn't- he
sure
didn't
on
feel
that,
it.
Mark. Well, we'll have to find that out tomorrow, I guess, Mark. I'm not entirely sure of that because the judge could put it, actually probably has the authority to tell him you're never allowed to touch a drone again.
I think it's just a hearing, isn't it, tomorrow?
Judges have done shit like
Yeah.
that before, where like, a computer hacker got in trouble and they told him you can't touch a computer for the next 10, 15 years. Like they can do shit like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tell him he can't never touch a drone for so many years or put some kind of thing on him that says that he can't fly anymore. I would not be surprised. Because if the FAA says he's not allowed to fly in the US airspace anymore, we're banning him from that because I'm sure they have some ability to do that. The judge is going to enforce it and he's pretty much done. He's going to have to find another hobby to go into, whether it's RC
won't.
cars or something. He will have to, otherwise at that point it
Move
becomes
to another
criminal.
country then.
He doesn't have the money to move to another country.
Move to
Move to
Australia.
Canada and fly the drone into the United
Yeah.
States.
For him to move to another country, he didn't need at least
Move to Australia. They welcome
40 or
everyone.
50.
It
He
seems that
probably
way.
need at
Yeah.
least 30
Now,
or 40 grand.
Australia, they don't just let anybody in. I mean, they let Tim in.
Oh shit.
Come by boat.
Let's look at the shit short.
Okay, let's see it. Do a world premiere.
Oh my god.
Got a kid standing out sitting on the sidewalk in the rain. It's like,
Fucking Donald.
got to be almost home. Why don't you keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, finally I hit the 90 mark again. God damn. See if I can get over the 400 mark.
Another day
Oh,
at
no,
the
but-
rock.
Oh no, Mark, we'll find out tomorrow though. But that would not surprise me if they do that though, if they ban him from flying. Because then it becomes a criminal case at that point. Then he could get arrested for violating a court order. And you don't want that. Because then the feds will come after you again and then you could be facing 10, 15, 20 years in prison. It ain't worth it.
Jeez.
Well, that's gonna hurt more than his feelings if they ban him.
Well, you could go into other hobbies, go into RC cars. There's plenty of other shit.
Well, I mean, as far
Model
as drones,
rockets.
as far as
Nah.
drones, Philly's story's always been the same.
Why-
That
why the
flying
fuck-
drones has helped them keep them from using drugs.
You're
So-
gonna tell him to go from
Train.
drones to model
Model
rockets.
rockets. That's right.
No, he needs to stay out of anything that's airborne.
Yeah,
Anything.
nothing in the air at this point, huh?
Kites.
Tim,
It's good.
I guarantee you
Stop.
that Tim, I guarantee you that the Pilot Institute is not interested in representing him.
Hot air balloons.
Balloon animals.
Is that possible? I don't know if it's possible.
All he's got to do is go to the
No,
photo
they're-
store and buy a bunch of balloons and just let them go.
Helium balloon
No.
animals and
Let them go.
Well, yeah, if you could put up some Chinese.
Or he could put a GoPro on a kite.
Like
This is the thing though, Tim, is I would say the Pilot Institute is more on the FAA side
On
than Mikey's.
education, yeah. they-
100%.
Yeah.
They're not gonna back him on that. There's no,
No,
way in
hell
hell.
no.
And this is what he said. He said, this is why everybody
Yeah,
stopped
right.
talking to me because he thinks the government threatened all these people. I think that they just knew that to stay away from him was a
They
better,
just backed
better
away.
option.
We'll see.
They ain't trying to get in the middle of that.
Like,
The one thing he
Corey.
don't want to do is end up not being able to fly.
Like if I was cruising around with Donald in his buggy and then I found out he was selling meth out of it, I wouldn't want to be in his buggy with him no more.
Hmm.
It's not that the government threatened me. I just don't want to be in the buggy no more.
yeah, you would.
Donald,
you-
I'm gonna need you to delete my contact, man.
I mean, I'd be like, Justin, smoke some rock. It makes the buggy ride better.
What's up, Corey? Dude,
Hey,
that's the thing is he ain't teaching nobody nothing, dude. Like I said, the
Hey,
federal government, when they
Mega.
get that case,
Ah,
as far as they're concerned, that case is ironclad. And when they got a 95, 96% conviction rate, yeah, good luck. If it was a state suing them, you would have a lot better chance of winning. Because then you're talking 40 to 55% conviction rate. It's like you got a way bigger percentage of chance of winning.
Hmm.
Why do you think a lot of billionaires and shit don't bother fighting the federal government? They'll just pay the fines because what's the point? They get like Elon got fined $170,000. I guarantee he didn't even try to fight that. He probably just paid it because they
Check.
would have got him anyway. So what's up, Rigger? How's it going, man?
Hey, Gregory, Steve, Corey.
What's up, everybody in the chat? I can't see the chat right now.
But like I said, I think his biggest mistake was doing interviews. I don't think he should have been doing that right before the case without a lawyer there.
Look, I thought it was like gonna be like an interview on the news or something.
He already did an interview for the news.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is the thing is when you're facing a lawsuit like that,
Don't
when
say
you
nothing.
you don't say anything. And if you do, a lawyer is there with you. They go over the questions that will be asked of you and they will approve or deny any questions they deem are harmful to your case. He didn't have any of that the last few interviews he's done. So who knows what he has said that they can now use against him.
All right.
Oh, nice, Rigger. Good job, man.
Speaking from experience.
oh, great.
Do what?
Said, are you speaking from experience?
No, it's just common sense. I'm not going to go do an interview about a case I'm involved with. This is why I haven't brought up Sarah's case on here.
It's like the
I said
Pot
she
Brothers
knows
at
the
Law.
most
You ever
about
see
it,
those
I'm not
guys?
gonna talk about it.
Captain Joe.
You ever see the Pot Brothers?
Pot Brothers. Why does that sound
Tom?
familiar?
They're lawyers.
Just Tom?
You know, it,
No.
Darth Vader with his helmet off.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
you printed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, that was the one that you sent. Who was it you sent that to earlier? And you sent that to somebody earlier?
Dustin.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Look at that link, Justin. That's
Freaking
what
awesome it is.
somebody should have sent that link to Philly.
Oh, yeah. I know these guys.
Well, you do shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Friday.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm my lawyer, and then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I've actually seen this clip before. Yeah, I know these guys. I was like, that's why I said that sounds familiar. I just can't think of who. I knew that sounded familiar. They're the same ones that I think were fighting the they were also fighting the vaping shit when they were trying to ban all the vaping. I think them two have had involvement in that too.
Yeah.
Big brother, why are you not on the panel? What are you doing?
Him saying, does that statue look like Dominic?
No, he didn't, Mark, but he put that interview out today and his court case is hearings tomorrow. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that the day before. I'll tell you what, I would have done it maybe I would have spoke about it the day after, but I definitely wouldn't have brought nothing up the day before the damn court hearing. Because they're watching everything he's doing. They got they got unlimited resources, bro. They got a whole
so
team.
so
working on
what's the latest then? I haven't
Oh, he just-
His court day is tomorrow, Rob.
And he
It
just
is,
did an
yeah.
interview with Bardwell today. Was it Bardwell?
No, it's Bot Grinder.
No,
Bot
Bot
Grinder.
Grinder, yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned Bardwell's name though. he, he mentioned Bardwell's name and said he was gonna mention somebody else's name on his next live.
Or is he still being his?
Oh, usual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. Was he your sister's
Eh, eh,
ass? I didn't get
He's
it.
not at fault for anything. He's being
No,
sent out.
you know what? Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Being that you said that, he was actually a human being. There was no your sister's ass and about this,
Yeah,
that,
right.
calm as
Yeah,
can
Oh,
be.
okay.
Look, I'm sitting there looking at him like, wait a minute. So you ain't a Looney Tune
Wait,
for
wait.
real. You got some sense.
Well,
just had
it,
his shot
just
called.
wasn't his normal, but there was still a lot of not taking responsibility. Though.
And it what did somebody say? You got like 12 charges against him? Is it? Is it 12?
His interview is
Yeah,
on
12.
Oh, it's 12? Oh, it's
I
26.
think it's 12.
I thought
12
he got
over
charged
26 videos.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
26.
Like I said, good luck with the federal government. That's all I got to say.
Yep. Hey, Steve.
That's one
Steve
thing
Carpenter.
you don't want to mess with is getting
Jesus
into the
Christ.
courtroom with them.
That's it.
12 over 26. That's more or less 50%
Yeah, we'll get the
of
check.
his videos, isn't it?
$1,501 a charge.
Well,
Hey,
and you
good
got to
evening,
remember
Steve.
too, fines are like anything else; they'll accrue interest over time.
Mhm.
So, if you get a traffic ticket, and that shit goes for 2-3 years, and you don't pay it, it will
Mhm.
create. It will build up interest over that 3 years, plus penalties and everything else. So, when Sarah got that red light camera ticket a couple years ago, they sent it to our old house and we never even knew we had it. And it was in the system for 2 years and sat there and accrued a bunch of penalties and interest on it. And when I found out about it, it went from an $80 ticket to fucking $300, almost $400.
Yeah.
It was $380 and some.
That's what you get for moving.
Well, the thing was, this is the thing though, Lance, is they had our updated address with the DMV, and yet they still sent it to the old one, and
Did you
never
fight it?
contact.
Yeah, that'd have been on them.
No, I just fucking paid it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. But no, it's just they had all our information because I even asked them. I said, "Why the fuck did you guys send it to the old house?" I said, "We had all our mail forwarded."
You could have got it to where you'd only paid the $80 because you not getting it is really on them, especially if they had the updated
Right,
address.
but
Right. It's an old
I didn't
address,
want to
so.
go through all that, so I just fucking paid it. To be honest with you, I just.
Can y'all hear
Oh,
me?
they showed me the ticket, and I saw
Yep,
Sarah's
we can
face
hear
going
you,
through
Tim.
the red light.
All right.
What's up, Tim?
So it is a shame though that it's the community that ratted him out. That's what the shame is.
Well, the thing
And
was
that-
too is
Use him as an example.
Well, we don't
He's-
know who ratted him out. I mean, it's like it could be some of the people in the community because he named some people before.
well, he's accused Jim from Above and Beyond Drones multiple times of that,
Yep.
but Jim's not around anymore, so Jim could probably give a shit less, to be honest with you.
Gonna find out it was
But-
his girlfriend. Watch.
But he claims he accused Jim of it. He's accused quite a few people, but he said on that redacted form there was about 20 names or so, something like that. When he did that live stream, he said there was a whole list of names, but they were all redacted. And he said that the country of origin were from all over the world. There was people from the UK, people from Australia. There was people from Germany, people from the US, people from Canada. He said it was the country of origin of the reports were from all over the world.
Yeah.
That's what he claims. I don't know. I haven't seen the paper with the redacted names. So I
Good
don't know.
afternoon, Mad Props. How you doing?
Hey,
Yeah, I
Randy.
mean, it,
What's up?
Hey,
Hey,
Randy.
Mad Props.
What's up, Randy? I don't know. Like, and like I said, he thinks that because he has the right to face his accusers,
Stop pulling him.
that somehow he can get that list unredacted. But that's the thing is, they're not the ones accusing him. They just reported him. The federal government is accusing him of the crimes. So they don't have to show
Yeah.
him. I honestly think they don't have to show him shit. And I don't think they're going to.
You're probably right, Justin, in the fact that they reported it and then the FAA investigated it.
Right.
Right. Because the whole right to an accuser is the same as if I called Crime Stoppers. We all know in the US what Crime Stoppers is. It's a hotline you can call.
Yeah,
to
sign
report
here. It's sign
crimes.
9 here.
Okay, so
Same here.
it's the same as when you call Crime Stoppers and you report, hey, this guy's selling drugs on this street corner, and they go arrest the guy. They don't tell that guy ever who called and reported him.
it's called
That's not
anonymous.
that. Right. And it's the same thing. When these people called the FAA redacted it because I think that it falls under that same category. He doesn't have the right to know who they are because they're not the ones accusing him. They
They're
just
not bringing the
reported him.
charges. Yep.
Yeah, they're just reporting him. It's the federal government that's accusing him. And he is
Most
facing them in
likely.
court.
Most likely, the people that reported them wouldn't even give their name anyway. So I don't know how they got the names.
They might require that you give your name before them to take it as a legitimate complaint.
Oh, nah,
You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
That takes it away
it's
from anonymous. Then.
Yeah, but I didn't say that the FAA was anonymous with it though. I said Crime Stoppers was. I was just using it as an example.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I'm just
FAA may
saying.
require you provide information so they can file it as a legitimate complaint. Because then you could just
Yeah.
call in complaints on anybody. But if you're calling in false complaints on a bunch of people and they have your information, then they can come to you and say, what the fuck are you doing? You know?
And charge you. Yeah, and turn around and charge you.
But
for
I
false
think that's
information.
why they redacted the names, because he doesn't have a right to see the names. And I don't think he'll ever know who did it. He can assume all day long, but I don't think that he's going to actually be able to see it.
What if Mikey this is a big if he gets a lawyer and subpoenas the list or subpoenas the people to court? That's one. That's a subpoena.
know.
You can't break from that. You can't break from that.
But he doesn't have the money or the means to even get a lawyer to do that.
And as
though.
well, it doesn't matter. He's broke the law. You know.
And like I said, with the conviction rate of the federal government, dude, trust me, they already got him by the balls. He ain't winning this case. Unless they're lenient on him and they come up to him and say, look, we just need to put all this shit behind us. We're going to fine you 10 grand. We'll knock all the rest of it off, but you got to pay that 10,000 and you're not going to serve no
Shit,
jail
they were
time,
lenient
nothing like
with him the
that.
first- They were lenient with him the first time
If-
when they didn't make him pay anything.
Unless they come to him like that, he ain't winning this case, dude. There's no fucking way. He's not going to win. Like I said, the federal
if you
government's almost impossible to win against.
Well, if you don't win, then he has to pay the fine. Pay $5 a week. Fuck it.
But like I said, he ain't winning this case. There's no fucking way he's going to win it. I don't even give a shit if he had a really good lawyer. I don't think he's going to win it unless they plea him out and he gets some kind of really sweet plea deal. Like where they say, you know, you only have to pay this much, but you can't. But I honestly think the court's going to tell him he's not allowed to fly anymore. I think the FAA
and
is going to ask
and
for the
plus it's
judge
the
to
way-
put a.
Injunction.
Plus, it's the way he handles himself in the hearing tomorrow. And remember, it's just a hearing for now.
Right.
Yes. You can go in there and they'd be like, okay, we're gonna have court in 2025, something.
He,
Right.
he was, he was on Geeks Vanner about a year ago saying that remember it, Tom?
I remember that too.
Saying that you know, he was fined X amount and there was nothing they could do because he didn't have the money to pay it.
In fact,
$5 a
on that very show you're speaking of, that's when he finally admitted that he didn't have to pay him nothing. That's when everybody
he-
who sent
yeah.
him a bunch of money found out that he didn't end up having to pay them nothing. And Philly kept
Yeah,
telling
yes, correct.
that very show. I remember that show.
Yep.
Well, this is the thing, Brandy. Unless they, like I said, if they plea him out like that, like give him some kind of plea deal and drop some of the fines down. But I have a strong feeling that they're going to ban him from flying anything anymore.
Well, whatever they do, they're going to make an example out of him.
They're going, yeah, they're definitely going to.
Because the
But see,
FAA has the authority to ban you from flying, period. If they
Yeah.
say you can't fly in this airspace anymore because you're a threat, whatever, I'm not saying they do because I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to assume that they have the authority to ban anybody from flying. And
Yeah,
if they go to
they
court,
never
they could
have,
ask
but they do before
they could ask the judge to do that. And like I said, because
How
there's
they
been
gonna regulate
hackers.
that?
Well, I'm saying there's been hackers that have been arrested, and part of the judgment was you can't touch a computer or be on the internet for
Yeah.
so many years. Just like the guy that got in trouble, what was his name, a few years back? Like back in the early 2000s, the one that had that website where he was putting all the naked girls on there and he was hacking their emails and shit. I can't think of his name, but part of his judgment when he went to court was he was not allowed to be on any social media for so many years after the court case. He had to stay off of social media and all that.
Hey, Andrew.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, Andrew.
Is that Jonathan? Or is
Yes,
that
sir.
Tim?
Jonathan is the man.
I don't know, Randy. We'll have to see,
Jonathan?
I guess. But if he goes in
Oh.
there conducting himself and being loud, dude, yeah, he's not going to make. But like I said, I think his biggest mistake was doing all these fucking interviews without a lawyer next to him.
It all depends on how he holds himself in court or in the hearing tomorrow. That's what's going to make it or break it.
That's why I say I wish there was
Oh.
some kind of a live feed of that. I'd like to see it.
Oh, you
Oh.
know, if he can record it, he will.
Oh, the Philly.
Hey,
Oh, the Philly thing.
Yeah.
His court case, his hearings tomorrow, the first
Oh.
hearing on it.
And put it on YouTube.
Well, if you go to his channel, Andrew, he put
I-
up about a 40-minute interview about it.
I hope he has a good
Yeah.
lawyer.
No, he
I just
doesn't.
got
doesn't
done.
have
He doesn't have a lawyer.
It's not going to go good because all they need.
He's got zero money, Andrew.
They just had a story on television. Hillsborough County near Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
The police department found a 5-year-old with autism wandering in a swampy area. And the reason they found her is they used a drone with thermal.
Nice. That's a good use of
For
drones.
good, not
Hey,
evil.
now that's a good news story, but we won't
Yeah.
hear anything about it.
You're right. It was on just now, and he's out there with his arms like this, and she's walking in the water up to her chest.
Hmm.
5-year-old. And all the gators in
We won't
Florida.
hear about
You
that.
think
about it.
We
Oh,
only want to hear the bad news.
Exactly,
Florida,
Randy.
Mississippi, Louisiana. I think those are the
Yeah.
gatoriest states in the United States. isn't it?
Louisiana. Louisiana
No,
has the top
no
population
alligators.
over 2 million.
42 million?
No, over 2
Oh,
million
2
gators
million.
in
2
Louisiana.
million.
No, hell no, they'd be overpopulated at that point. Louisiana ain't that big.
Everybody have a gator in their side yard.
You couldn't step outside with 42 million.
42 million gators. I was like,
2 million crop.
You'd have to have every hunter from around the country to come in and clean that mess up.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Joe, let's go hunting.
Hey,
But the kid was walking in a swampy area all night. You think
How
about
much
that's
is-
what I'm thinking, you know.
Well, think
So,
about
Rigger,
the,
how much
the snakes and everything that were in that swamp.
Yeah,
So,
the kid's
uh,
fine.
They couldn't have been
Rigger,
there
how
all
much
night.
did you find that card for? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, you found that one. What was the price on it? 'Cause
Yeah,
you might even be able to talk
Uh,
the guy down a little bit.
Uh,
more.
He told me-
Rigger,
he told me
Go ahead, Tim.
he
What,
told
what
me
is
about
it?
100.
What kind of a card is he talking
He
about?
told
Hold on.
Uh,
Let Tim finish. Go ahead, Tim.
He told me about 170.
Okay. It was a graphics card he was looking
What-
for.
graphics
Oh,
his
that card. Okay, okay.
1080, what was it, the
Yep.
1050
10.
Ti?
What-
1050 Ti.
Justin, how much do you think that usually how much did that go for usually?
Oh, probably 350.
Like
Dude,
when it
graphic
came-
card, the problem is graphic cards. I don't know because that was way before I got into computers, because that's a little bit of an older card. But
Okay.
the graphics cards over the last 2-3 years, way up, way down, way up, way down. I mean, they
Yeah, yeah.
fluctuated
Oh yeah.
so much.
Less
Especially
than 2
with
years.
the mining
Uh,
shit.
Mining.
A lot of countries banning
Well,
mining. and
the other
stuff.
thing too about that graphics card, it was a specific size and didn't fit in any other computers.
Hmm.
Well, no, he needed a specific size for the
Yeah,
case.
Because then, Paul, you're looking at a niche like this.
Yep.
Okay, so he's saying on because I didn't look up prices on new ones. He said Newegg plus shipping,
That's a good point, man.
and that's a good deal. 125. That's not bad, right?
But
Bless you.
all
Oh, that's
in-
right. 125, the new egg one. Yeah.
No, he wanted three. No, they want 379 on Newegg for a new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He found one on
Newegg.
Facebook Marketplace for 125.
Because
plus
Yeah,
I
he told me
glanced
about that one too. He told me about that one too.
because
Trouble
when
is
we were
that might
talking.
have been an X90.
Because when we talked
Yeah.
last night, I took a glance on Facebook Marketplace and I found there were a bunch.
In his
Yeah, but
area, or were you
mine-
just looking in the
mine-
No,
US?
I was just looking in the US. There's a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because there's been a lot of mining that's been shut down.
Yeah, that's what
And-
I mean. It could be an
And that's
X90.
that's where the graphic cards have slumped in prices here and there, because like when they banned mining in China, there was a shit ton of graphics cards that came on the market all of a sudden, all at one time. And the prices
Yeah.
came way down and then they went back up, and they fluctuated so much over the last 3 years.
Because 2 years ago, the high end RTX graphics card was 3 times the price it usually goes for. One of them was almost $1,000.
There was a point in time where my 2060 would have cost you $600, and I got it for 180 on Amazon open box. So yeah, they have fluctuated extreme in prices where they've been
Yeah,
almost three times the cost.
rigor that can be difference in model or year that they made it.
I mean, shit, look at what a 90 will cost you.
Yeah. That'd be the way.
What? That's a lot more.
Dude, a
I'm just
4090,
saying,
you're
let's not-
looking at
let's not
about,
mess around with-
yeah,
let's not
4090.
mess around with the bottom end. Let's go straight to
40
the
The cheapest 4090 I'm looking at right here is $1,800. A 4070 Ti is not $1,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, 40 series cards are super expensive. But
I'll get the job.
they
done.
have said that if you look at a lot of the 40 series cards, they're not much better than the 30 series. So you're better off going with like a 3060 or a 3080, because they're not much better to where it really justifies the price. That's why so many people are still sticking to the 30 series cards.
Yeah, but it's a status symbol because you can say I've got the
Oh.
40, and then you
How
can start
long?
bragging.
Depending on what you're doing, how long do you think the 30 series will last you?
I think once he's okay.
What can it last 10 years or longer?
The
I
30 what?
think,
Which
I think
one?
everybody will get the 40 when the price goes down and it becomes more
Well, just
mainstream.
look at it. Just look at it now. All of the cards are still going. You can still buy every damn card that came out. It
Well,
doesn't
and I think-
matter that every 6 months or a year, fucking shit changes. So it just depends on what's in use.
I
and
mean,
what things
that's
need.
true too, but it's just like cell phones, right? If they came out with the 50 series tomorrow, it wouldn't be much better than a 40 series.
Right. Right.
You know, it'd be
You can
slightly
still
better,
get Nokia's. You can still get Nokia's that
That's
work.
the-
but
So-
you could get away with a 30 series for the next 6 years, no problem. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You can get away with a 20 series card for the next 4 or 5 years and not have any issues. A
Mm.
2060
Right.
Super will get you by. Like my 2060 Super, I can use it for another 4 years easy before it would start showing its age.
Yep.
So yeah, it's it's more of a, like, whoever was it that said it's more of a status symbol.
It's all
For
about
Dominic.
it's all about case. It's all about case
Well, I
scenario.
gotta say good
What
night,
people
guys.
need.
All right, Rob, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye,
Later,
Rob.
Rob.
Later,
Peace
Rob.
out.
Later, Rob.
What's up,
It's
Dusty?
all about case scenario and what you need it for. You know, like
Yeah.
gaming,
Where
people want the top shit, top tier fucking
But
computers.
but then in reality, you don't really need it though. Like I'd have to agree with Dominic. It's more of a status symbol at that point.
Yeah, because people can
Oh,
say, "Oh,
pretty
I've
much.
got a 40 series."
Well, that's just like all nerds always compare
bragging.
like that. You know, yeah,
Just
we all
bragging
brag
rights.
about what we got. Right.
because whenever I get a computer, I want a decent computer, decent hard drive, and a decent monitor with a decent card in it.
Like
That's all I
my
want.
computer, I would say is mid tier, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't need. I can still do everything a top tier computer could do as far as gaming goes. They might have better frame rates and stuff, and they could do a little bit better resolution than I can do, but playing the actual game ain't going to make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The look of the game and the way that they can, like, if you got a 30 or 40 series card, obviously you can stream in 4K if you want. I can only stream in 1080 because my card only supports 1080.
Well, looks like I'm
But-
getting Horizon 9 before you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But like I said, actually playing the game though, it's not going to make much of a difference.
Where are we going, Lance? We're
How
just getting
much
home.
taxing it will be.
Lance, I think, is going home.
Steve
Lordy.
Carpenter.
And when I did the 3D benchmark on my computer, and then I compared it to all other systems that were all the same specs as mine, and within 3D Mark's system on their online forum, my computer scored up in the top 80 percentile
Okay.
for
Mine
good.
performance.
was still better.
Go there, Tim.
Nope. You fucking I remember that night. I don't want to get. I'll wait until I put the 3050 and see. I don't think I'll get a better fucking benchmark anymore.
But like I said, for being in the top 80, I was 89 percentile out of, I think it compared it against like another 10,000 computers or something that had done the test with the similar specs of my computer. That's not bad,
I
you know.
totally forget what I got on the benchmark. I totally forget.
That
I mean,
was
if you,
that was the top 80, 90% of what? The man wearing a wick or what?
out of it, no, for fuck's sake, I'm not talking about that. I'm being serious. I don't want to talk about that.
Performance.
But if you actually have the game Tomb Raider, there's actually a benchmark built into that game, and you can stress your system from the game, and it will run
That's
your
what I did.
benchmark through it. And then
That's what
I
I did.
also have the 3D Mark program too.
That's the one that Sean got.
Right, but you can also do a benchmark within the Tomb Raider
Yeah, I
game
know.
too. They have a
We did it.
built-in one that you can do.
We did it.
And I
that
think
night.
I was averaging 80 to 110 frames per second. I think my highest was 110.
Well, I
so
couldn't. I
that's
know
not bad.
me and or I did it that night, and Sean couldn't believe the benchmark I got. It's fucking pretty good.
Right, Steve,
But-
3080 Ti is perfect, man. You don't need a 40 series card. I agree with you. That's a good system with the 99. I'm assuming is going to be at least a 12th gen or later,
Horizon
maybe
9.
11th gen. I don't know what
Stick
generation
with
he has. He definitely doesn't
12.
have the 14th gen because that just came out. So
I was gonna say it must be a
I-
12.
Yeah, Steve, I love the i9.
Yes.
yeah, if you got the 10th, if you got an i9 10th gen or later, you're sitting pretty.
That's good.
I mean,
I just got the Ryzen. So all I got.
So I think the i9's only been out for like a year.
but see the way they get you with some of these pre-built gaming PCs, right? They'll be like i9, and then they'll give you the 4-digit number after it. But
Yeah.
then you'll come to find out it's like a 4th generation chip. It's not an actual high-end one. It'll be a lower gen chip. I see that a lot too.
What's up, East Coast?
I'm gonna have to email Cool Cat and see how his computer build's going.
Mm.
I thought it'd be done by now.
I don't know how much he's taking his time. Did he get stuck on something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Gonna run ahead and up the hill.
Paul, is that you?
Me what?
That's
Here
Tim.
radio.
Oh, that's Tim, because he's at work.
Oh, yeah.
Tim's
He's
11th
talking on
gen.
the radios.
You're
Can't be
sitting good then,
11th
Steve,
gen.
for sure.
can't be Tim because Tim's mic is muted.
Yeah, he muted
No,
it.
that was
He muted it after it went off.
he does that every time his radio goes off. He'll immediately mute his mic because he has to talk on it.
He has to talk to everybody else that's in the unit with him.
Yeah.
I don't think East Coast is stormed in because he's down here in Florida with me. I don't even think we have a storm over us, do we? I don't know. I haven't been outside hardly at all today.
Oy vey.
Hi, Tim.
Tim, is there a problem at work?
Nah,
we
somebody
don't
was
really
just running up the wrong side of the fucking road, and I had a tipper coming down.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. Fucking unreal.
Exactly.
Exactly right, Tim.
People don't
Oh, I
pay
didn't know.
attention, do they?
I didn't
Now
know.
you got
it
me
was
going.
outside.
You had me going, Rigger. I thought there was some big ass storm coming in. I started looking at the radar. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I know Dusty's down here in Florida. That's why I was like, what? What storm?
You might get something tonight, but
Mm.
if you do get it, it'll not be much.
I think you were talking about drone shots, Rigger. I think that's who you were thinking of.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about a tornado earlier up by Paul, I guess, or somewhere up there in that area.
Yeah, they had a tornado overnight.
No, no.
Yeah, because I saw there was a tornado up in Michigan and a tornado near Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was drone shots earlier. That's who he was thinking of.
So we just got random tornadoes popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the front that came through.
Yeah, why not? Felt
Did
like
you
a
feel
good
the
random
Did you
tornado.
feel the heat there, Jonathan?
Yeah, it was about 76 here today.
Nice.
It was
It was
almost
very-
70 here in South Carolina. It's
Very windy,
unusual.
and very cloudy.
High 90s yesterday for me.
Oh, Lord.
We're on our way out.
Yeah, I think the same thing, Dominic.
Fall is getting close.
Hey, Justin.
Rigger.
Hey, Justin. You think
What's up?
you think your nurse was hot? You should see my offsider I got today.
My doctor's hot, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, you should see this chick. Oh my god.
Sarah
Jesus.
said,
That's good
so
work,
my
man.
primary told Sarah, she was like, oh, he can come in the office if he feels uncomfortable pulling the thing out or whatever. And Sarah said, well, would you feel more comfortable with a man? I said, well, I wouldn't really be opposed of her doing it. Sarah was like, shut the hell up.
Yeah, right. Fuck it. Oh my god. He'd be like, all right, bring it out.
The reason I have my nice shirt on is because I had to take Tino to the vet, and it was the hot vet today. I had to go see her.
Good looking one, huh?
Oh,
Oh boy!
Oh, let me show
And
you what I got.
she's a
too,
close
Sarah.
talker. She gets right up on you.
Oh, great.
Jo-
show Tim what I got to the replacement. I don't know if you
What'd you
saw
get?
those, but
What?
I got some replacement fans. Since remember I told you that one fan
Oh,
was
yeah.
going out.
Yeah.
So I got
Yeah.
these right here. These are the Corsair
Did you get the
AR.
Okay, yeah. Most all of them are 120 mil. Is that going to fit yours? 120
Yeah.
mil?
Yep.
All right.
It
That's
says
the
40
that's your standard size fan. So
Yeah. Yeah.
$45, Tim.
yep, I already
Yeah, I
got
can
them. They'll
see
be here tomorrow. So
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
and I'm gonna. They actually have the correct plug for my damn switch. So
Oh, do they?
I'll actually be able to use my RGBs on my fans finally.
Joe, you have a question in the chat
From Riga.
from Rigger.
Yes, I hit 5,400, Dominic.
Yay.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Finally
yeah.
got past that 400 point. Fuck, man.
I'm just
Took me
about
a week and a
technical as
half.
Paul today.
Oh,
What's the question?
I know she looks good. I couldn't get too close to smell, but
I was in here earlier and I meant to close my YouTube window and I closed the Zoom meeting window. I've been talking to you guys. I've been sitting here going along and talking to you guys and realized I'm just
Nobody's
talking to a
answering you?
YouTube channel. The
Yeah.
YouTube.
I've
So
done
you
that
were
before,
listening
Don.
to the
Done that.
you were
Mhm.
listening to us talk on YouTube and thought we were hearing you and everything. That's fucking
Yep.
hilarious.
And I realized when I made the joke, I was like, welcome to Creeper Chat, the Creeper Chat live stream of YouTube.
Mark White.
Nothing.
Hey,
We heard
the
none of
nurse.
that.
I was gonna have the doctor pull my string out. I dressed up real nice today to go to the vet. It's like you guys are just.
Doesn't that suck? You had something lined up and you
it
just
sucks to
weren't there?
have no life on.
Yeah.
Mm.
To have
Oh,
a joke
yeah.
lined up and it just.
Whoa. Dominic, back of your head, shoulders.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen that before, Dusty. That car is pretty
Oh,
badass.
wow. Yeah, you
Matter of
ain't
fact-
lying.
Matter of fact, I think the guy that made that, I think he got killed in a tornado. Not in the car, but I think he was one of the guys that was part of the building of that car.
That's a
What was that?
storm chasing SUV.
Yeah, because
Is
what
that
it
the
does
ones
is so
with the
it's
spikes in the ground? That's the
Yeah,
spikes
so-
in the ground.
Nice.
yeah, it's all armored and reinforced, and like all the transmission, the suspension,
Yeah.
all that's reinforced. And what it does is when the tornado comes, they park in front of it, and then
Mhm.
the plates come down on the side so it can't get no air underneath, and then big ass spikes come out and go down into the ground and spike into the ground,
Like,
and then
yeah.
they'll
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
ride into the tornado.
Yeah, I saw that.
Would
But they
Tim
tried-
drive
they
into
tr-
a tornado?
They try to
Fuck
park
yeah.
in the path so they can get data from it, because then all the truck has a bunch of different sensors and shit on it that they
Hmm.
can get data from.
Right.
I bet there's one somewhere out towards Don's way.
I wonder if they're gonna reboot Dorothy in the new Twister.
They did. It was in the trailer.
Did it?
Dorothy was in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but they were wanting to set. They were wanting to.
Oh man, look at that.
What were they wanting to do in the tornado? Were they wanting to set off some? They were wanting to set off something in the tornado in the trailer. If you watch it.
I have to go. I don't think I've seen the trailer for you. I'm not to go watch it.
No, I haven't
That's
seen
true.
it. But I
Just,
know off of that
uh,
movie, the first Twister, that's how they. Well, wasn't it the same year? That's how they did it to make them warnings. That's when you got tornado warnings.
No,
Oh, it was.
tornado
Oh,
warnings have been around for years. Before that,
Used to be
The
just
whole point of Dorothy was they
Okay.
were trying to extend the
Wait, two months.
to get the
Warning
warnings
by-
to go earlier.
yeah,
Extend the warning. Yeah.
to be able to get
Wow.
better earlier detection.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
he's-
they're pretty good at detecting tornadoes just by radar now. I
Hmm.
mean,
Shit.
they don't even need
Whoa.
confirmation really that a tornado's on the ground anymore. They can just look at a radar and tell now
What
that it's
what
for
I'm
sure on the
wondering,
ground.
what I'm wondering if it's possible. Okay. If I stand there and I put a parachute on my back let the tornado lift me up. All right.
Yeah.
And then it starts to dissipate. I drop and I hit the parachute. I would live. So could somebody do that? That would be awesome.
I
Andrew,
don't know,
go
but
try
you
it.
can go try it if you
Go
want.
try it. Go try
I'm
it.
not
Tim.
fucking
Give it a try.
I wouldn't.
Andrew, go
Yeah.
ahead, man. Come on.
Make
That-
sure you got a satellite phone. 'Cause we don't
I'm
know
just gonna
what
say,
country
Tim.
you're right up in.
I was just gonna say, Tim, if you see the trees and how the ground got scoured in
Mhm.
Joplin when the tornado came through here,
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
destroying buildings and stuff. And so, like these brick buildings, it would just take the same bricks, and the bricks were flying around, and everything was just it was a big
Oh, I
mulcher.
get you. Yep,
So
I get you.
you can go for a ride on a tornado if you want, but you're riding with all the other crap that it's picking up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they said
get
it's
what
not
you-
the wind that kills you; it's the shit in the
It's the
tornado.
Debris.
Yeah.
Mhm.
debris.
Yeah, you
Oh,
might
they
There
get
could
said-
be metal. There could be
get smacked
siding.
by a cow.
What
Oh,
if I
what's his
wear
name's in it? The
what
cocky
if
guy
I
from
wear
Maverick.
armor?
There could be a
Armor with
car in there.
parachute. Armor with a parachute.
I think
Tim,
we're all
these
rooting
are-
for you.
Yeah.
These are all what ifs,
Let,
but you
let
got
us
to
know
try.
when
'em.
it's going to happen, Tim.
No worries.
Yeah, I'd love to
Film
upload that
crew
as a
out
short.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Get a
Maverick
film crew
3.
out there and do it as a
And then
show.
Donald can take another video. Look, I found another pile of crap on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't want to upload it as a short. I want to upload it as a long.
So long.
Donald wants to live stream it.
I went up another 4. Fuck yeah! Come on now.
Yes.
Oh.
A 57 Chevy what, Mark?
Fuck you, YouTube. That's right. Climb.
Wow, East Coast.
Did he run out the? Oh,
Watch. See. Look at my.
You know, you sleep.
This was this past week. You see it steady climb, steady climb, steady climb, and then boom, I flatlined all week. Nothing.
Eh.
Kept going up and down, up and down. See?
That's because all you were
And
doing was
then-
talking about your wiener.
Now I'm going right back up again.
You were running people off.
Well, Tim kept telling you to have a stiff upper lip.
ooh.
So what are you up to, Jonathan?
Sitting there watching that video. Man, they were getting ice cubes falling out the sky. One of the guys is actually flying a Mavic 3, recording that storm.
What did I miss? Did I miss anything?
Yeah. Lots.
A storm somebody
Yeah.
posted in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Storm chasers.
So Don, you're 107, aren't you?
When you highlight an image or phone or
Oh,
photo
that's
of a
a
drone
question.
shot, or you're breaking the law.
Drone breaking the law.
Would you highlight an image or
Wow.
photo of the drone shot break?
Picks of the week or month and one day is breaking rules.
Oh,
Say
this is
flying
okay.
up
Would
clouds.
you highlight somebody else's video if that video was in violation of the law? This comes down to like an ethical question for your channel, and I personally I would not.
No, I wouldn't either.
Oh. You talking
I
about
agree. I think it's ethics. It
But-
comes and preference. Which way you lean?
It's an ethical question, and it really comes down to what you're comfortable with. There's no right answer. Personally, I would think.
Yeah, because you really can't get in trouble for showing someone else's footage. But it's like he said, it's more of an ethical
You
thing.
don't
Do
want
you
to
feel like-
encourage that behavior.
Yeah, I think it's ethical. What do you think, Joe?
Yep.
That's right.
I agree.
Rigor, it's not about you enforcing the laws. It's about, do you want to
It's just your
promote
personal-
someone who broke the law? And and that's why there's no real right answer. For me, the answer would be no.
Right, it's
Yeah,
just
because
showing you,
from my point
that
of view,
just
I would
falls on
say
your
you are encouraging that.
well, that just falls on your personal preference of whether you give a shit or you don't. If you really don't care because it's not your video and you really don't care about that person doing that,
Mark,
then
hypothetically, that could be possible. If your drone's hit by a thermal and knocked another 500 feet up into the air, could they prosecute you for that?
No,
It's a
no.
great point.
There's a
I found that.
and really it doesn't have to be reported unless they ask. But if you, as part of a regular flight, you can fly above the 400-foot rule if it is for a good reason. It's not just because you want to. But say
Yep.
you're 400 foot up and there is something come in that is below you, like you see in the distance
helicopter,
through your
for
screen, a
example.
helicopter coming along, flying in low, and you're like, I can't
don't
go
have
down
time,
because
right.
my best bet is to get as much distance between me and that
And
vehicle as
helicopter, yeah.
possible. You could send it in the air, and if they request, why did you do this? You could offer the reason. Because they were coming in, I knew I couldn't go down where I was at. I wasn't sure if I was safe, so I violated the 400-foot rule to get clear of the airspace for safety reasons. And you're allowed to do that.
And that is perfectly legal, Don.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes. And it's not because you want to, but you have to have a reason. You have to have a good reason to do it.
Yep.
Yeah,
it'll be
basically,
enough like that
if you're doing it to avoid a situation, then you're good.
Mm-hmm.
But you
I
can't
mean, there
do it
was
just
times
because you want to.
I accidentally went over 400 feet because I was punching it up to get to 400, and I went 5 or 10 over, and then I realized it can't.
Everybody has drifted right above that limit.
Right.
Yeah, but see, they can tell, like you just said, Justin, you was going up and you didn't realize as soon as you seen it, you brought it back down to 400. They can see that. They can see that. So
Yep. And
Send the
also,
flight data.
if you're a 407 and you're flying in your backyard, you can go 425 all day if you're within 400 feet of your house. If your house is 25 feet tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill, you're right.
But that's only
As long as you are
107.
not, as long as you're not in a
Controlled airspace.
controlled airspace like
Yeah,
Lance.
controlled airspace.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that only applies to 107, right?
That is
Yep,
correct.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
It
record,
used to
don't,
be
yeah,
it
we,
used to be everybody, but it changed to 107 pilots only.
what you know what I always found hilarious back in the day was how a recreational pilot could throw some lights on their drone, go out, fly all night long, but then if you were 107, you had to get a special waiver and all this other shit
Mhm.
just to fly at nighttime. But a recreational pilot didn't matter. You just throw a couple throw
Strobe
a
light.
couple firehouse lights on
And now it's
strobes
totally
on your
different.
drone and go to fucking
Yeah.
town.
And now it's totally different.
Yeah, guys, can recreational fly at night anymore, or have they changed
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
that
can.
changed.
Yeah, you could. You gotta have
Okay,
your
so-
You got strobe light.
But they made it easier. Now the 107 doesn't have to go through all those hoops, right?
Correct.
I
But
think is
if-
what changed.
but if you're flying at night, you still need your strobe light.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I actually
Well,
had
we
so on
just
my
said.
Air 2, I had 2 of the big Arc 5 V Firehouse lights. I had a white one and a red one, and they were bright as fuck. And surprisingly, the camera never picked up on the lights unless it was reflecting off of something.
Off of
So if I
something,
got
yeah.
down like 30 feet and it was reflecting off a stop sign, you would see it. But if you were 300 feet in the air, both the lights were right on the front of the arms facing out towards the camera, and the camera would never picked up on any of the light.
Mm.
As bright as those things were.
I mount mine on the back of my drone, so it's as far away from the camera as I can get. On top, of course.
I always had them up front, just like a regular aircraft. I had one on each arm.
But now,
And then
while
when it
you're
was
flying, if
flying-
you look down at anything metal, you can see that light. You can see it reflecting off anything metal, like a stop sign or somebody's
Right.
window.
But
Yeah.
it never picked up the light from the actual, just them. Like if I was 300 feet in the air and it was dark out, it didn't pick up any of the light from those strobes for some reason. It just didn't do it. Okay.
Did it pick up the light from the bedroom window?
But
Justin, do you see East Coast comments?
hold on.
His last few comments?
Okay, my problem since we were talking about is grocery spot is if the person is very clearly not flying line of sight and it made it worse. Was the person
Oh
posted
yeah,
the
see, and that's how they got him, Dusty, because he was live streaming and he was screen sharing his controller and it was showing all his telemetry.
Yes,
And Mikey is not part 107 either.
Nope.
So
If he was part 107, like if Donald did some of the stuff he did, Donald might have got away with some of it. Some of it. Like going around the statue, Donald would have been fine doing that.
Yep.
But
Because that was above 400
Donald
feet.
would not risk losing his part 107.
No, but I'm saying there's some stuff that legally you could have done if you
Some
did
of
the
it,
same thing.
yes.
Dusty's looking for I think a charger for the Air 2. Justin.
All my stuff's gone, bro. Every bit of it. I don't have anything left. Sorry. Otherwise, I'd just give it to you, but I don't have it anymore. I literally every accessory I had for each drone that I sold or gave away, I just put everything in the case and gave it all in one package. So
You
even
could
if
have
I had,
kept
I didn't have no use for it. I didn't want to fly no more. So I just don't have no interest in it anymore. Because guess what? I don't have to stress out like anybody else does. You guys all fly drones. You got to worry about that shit. I don't. I can come out on here and hang out with you guys.
Use a phone charger cord.
Like I said, I can come on here and hang out with you guys and not worry about it.
Oh, the little tray.
Well, that
I thought
might
you were talking about the tray, isn't it?
Cloud
That
cord.
might be disabled.
You actually put the battery on. Oh, you talking about for the charging brick for those
Brick
batteries?
at the other end of the brick. Ow. Hey.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he needs the power cord that goes into the brick of the other
Yeah, that's
half
what I
of the
said,
power
yeah.
cord.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Oh,
That's
he needs the plug from outlet to brick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think, right?
yeah, because on the
Is
end
it
of
a-
that cord is
Have I standard
Yeah.
figure eight?
Is it a
you're
figure?
muted,
Yeah,
Lance,
because
by the way.
hold on. I'll show it to you.
yeah, show it to me because I'll find him one on Amazon.
Do you want to show yours, Jonathan,
Yeah.
or I got one in the other room?
Which yours is out.
Because
mine is
Oh,
a cord
I
like
gotcha.
that on a cord like that on Amazon
I know
can't
exactly
be more
what
than
he's talking about. Ugh.
can't be more than $10. I mean,
Yeah, I got it right here. Wait a minute, turn my camera on.
I only had 5 people go through the red light.
Oh, okay.
The last one, she stopped like 3 meters in front. She goes, "Oh, dude, stop!" And I was like, "Yeah, you just ran over that kid on the bike going across the crosswalk."
Well, what you do, Tim, is you
What
walk
about this
up to
right
him and say, walk up to him and say, you know, that's a $50 fine, but if you pay me in cash, I won't say nothing. You
no,
and
that's not it, Jonathan.
$25.
This is the cord for
No,
the brick.
no. He needs the cord from the brick to the wall.
It's more than that over
The
here.
figure eight part.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but what
the
I'm saying is you can cut your own deal.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
pin him. I can't see what he's looking at.
Look, this is the cord he's talking about. It plugs into the brick.
Brick to the USB.
Yeah, right there. it
Oh, let
plugs
me
into
see.
the
Let me see the end of it though.
brick. What do you mean the end of it? The end of it is
Yeah, no, unplug it. Unplug it from the brick. That's the cord that he's missing.
Just the regular straight power cord.
This is the plug
Yeah.
that goes into the brick. This is
Yeah.
the part.
No,
that
no,
goes-
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
no,
The
the other
brick
end.
on the power cable.
Where
The
it
brick
goes
on
into
the
the
power
wall.
cable.
You talking about when it plugs into the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to see the end of that one.
Who's
That's the one
missing
he's
it?
missing.
Who?
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, no, no,
follow
okay,
that
the-
down to the brick.
It's a figure eight.
And then unplug it from the brick. Yeah, okay.
Who?
That's
Yeah,
what I
it's a
showed
figure
All
you.
right.
eight. Andrew's got.
Let me see it one more time, Andrew.
Hold on.
Who is missing it?
I just want to make sure that it's looks
You see that?
uh,
Here's the
okay.
brick. This is the piece.
No, see where the
No, the
brick
other
is?
end.
The other end.
Turn.
The other end of the brick. You see the connection that goes into the brick
I think
that
it's
goes
the
to the
wall
wall?
that goes into the. Yeah, it's a figure eight.
No. No.
Jonathan, grab the brick. Grab the brick.
Grab the brick. Now
Unplug
unplug the
cord
brick.
from the brick.
Unplug
Do
that
what you
girl.
want to with the.
From the brick.
Oh, you talking about this?
Yes.
Do what you
Yes,
want to with
yes.
the girl, but
Yeah.
show us.
You should have said that.
Okay.
He did.
Okay, so yeah.
Right.
yeah.
That's what he
Who
needs.
is missing it?
What the-
Who is missing it?
Dusty is.
Now you're
I got
saying
three
it from
cords.
here.
Does that help?
That should
I
be
got three of
easy to find.
Okay, I'm assuming this is yours.
Now,
Robert's.
let's see.
Does that help, Justin?
Wait a
It's got
minute. Let me
all labeled in
let me take the pin off that and I'll
got
pin
Chinese
you.
food. So that should be for you and Aubrey.
Right there, yep.
Boom, look at that burrito.
Yay.
Big ass
Yep,
burrito.
another kidney stone waiting
That's
for
it,
you.
Andrew.
Shut up, Tim.
Uh-huh.
Because originally I thought he wanted this piece off the.
No, that's what
Extra block on that?
that's what
Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
what I thought you were talking about.
Dusty, look at that link I put in the chat. Is that the one you were looking for? Because that should be the cord you need. And they're relatively cheap. You can get them for like
Yep, that's
$5
them.
on Amazon.
in fact that's a 2-pack for
Yeah.
$9.99.
Case
And
Well,
you
you
can
lose
get them
again.
in different lengths. You can get a 15-foot one for $14.49.
Okay.
Just get the good cut. Just get the good kind.
Okay, that's not the cord he needed, so he must need the other half.
So whatever you do,
What do you
just
mean?
get the good one. Not
There's only two pieces to the cord.
Okay,
Let's
let
get
me
the
ask you.
complete thing.
Does
get
anybody
the
have an
complete-
Air 2 and an extra Air 2 charger? Maybe they could send to Dusty.
Not the
Some
battery
forward.
charger down. The power transformer is the figure
Anybody?
8. Figure 8
Well,
bog standard. Figure 8 bog standard.
Well, what I'm saying is if anybody has an extra Air 2 controller or charger or Air 2S charger laying around, and they wouldn't mind sending it to them. Up to you
I
guys.
did.
If
Don't
I
have.
had mine still, I would just give it to them, but I don't have any to give to them. So.
Mhm.
If anybody's got an extra one laying around, wouldn't mind sending it to him. He's in Florida. So, but
Well,
up
you
to
can
guys.
go online and just put in Air 2S charging, and it'll show you all the different parts.
Hold on. Get on.
There's
try
the
to get on-
brick.
We can understand exactly what it is he's talking about. You
Because
need to
here's the
come
tray
get
for
on
it.
here and show us.
Yeah,
And obviously the
Dusty,
battery.
just come on the live stream real quick.
Jump on real
Dusty.
quick.
Dusty, get your butt up here.
Thought they wanted him up there, not his butt.
So it is the cord. I don't understand what he's talking about. It's not a TV cord, but the electrical cord that goes from the charging brick to the charging sliders.
Yeah, that's what I was showing the first time. That's what I thought
Yep.
he was talking about.
He's looking for the brick.
25A, figure 8 power.
They ain't letting it
So
all
where's
hang
the-
out.
So that is a bunch.
DGI model PC238.
No, you can't use no TV cord, man.
P2C38.
What if you just get the complete thing? So you have
Yeah,
a backup.
That's too easy.
What about other from other
Well,
drones?
Goes
What
from
about
the
the
wall
air?
to okay, no, he's talking about the fuse that Justin was talking about.
It goes
One
from
with
the
the hole.
wall to the brick, and TV cord doesn't work, but it would maybe if you took out your pocket knife and carved it down.
No, man, don't.
Yeah, do it.
First of all, that TV is different wattage. It's a different.
Right,
Uh,
but that's pulling it. The brick is going to pull it from the wall to the brick. It don't know what it is. It doesn't know what it is until it gets to the device.
Hashtag bro.
Is he looking for a USB-C cable for the drone?
No,
Here's-
he's looking for the. He's looking
No,
for
he's
the.
looking for the bit from the
power
brick to
cord.
the wall.
Yeah,
That
from the
needs to
power
be-
cord
It needs more amps.
Yeah, into the
TV
power. But
cord
same one
needs
Justin was
some
talking about. Justin had it right.
It's a 8.
Tell them to go to.
See, there's
Tell
the
me to go
whole
to drum-
thing right there, right?
Tell them to go to Drone Valley. He has everything.
Isn't this the whole thing right here?
No, it's the other bit that he needs. Back bit there. The top bit of the top right hand. There, that's the bit he wants. Not that bit, the top bit. The figure 8 power cord.
Oh, here.
Yes,
Well, that's what Justin found.
That's
but
what I just
it
showed you.
needs to be hit more heavy duty.
Justin had it right.
Because that only takes 10 amps. He needs to take 25.
Welcome to the Tech Channel.
Hold on. Okay. You know what? This thing has a what you call on it.
Market QC QR. Fuck.
Or like I said, if anybody's willing to that has an extra
That's
charger
it.
laying around and
Get
willing
it.
to help Dusty out,
Yeah, this is what he needs right here. This cord.
that's up to you guys.
And if anybody wants to buy me an Air 2S, hey,
Yeah, I won't say no either.
But hold it up there again.
With the cord.
Yeah.
All right, so
With
that-
the wall hanger.
It's just an electric power cord. Yeah.
no, but
Yeah,
you-
but
it's
it's
gotta
heavy
be-
duty.
Yeah, it's gotta be
See,
I don't
that's-
think
gotta
it's got to
be
be
a
as heavy duty as you think it is because
That's the figure
I'm
eight.
charging Air 2S batteries and the cord isn't very big.
Paul, it's got to be shielded.
No, it's not heavy duty in terms of the plastic. It's the amount of resistance that it takes.
right.
The amount of resistance needs to be 25 amps. And the normal and the standard ones you get that are figure 8s are only 10 amps. What I'm saying.
Well,
What
if
about-
if he's charging Air 2S batteries, he doesn't need a heavy duty cord.
Hmm.
I charge them all the time. You know how much I find my Air 2S.
Yeah.
Just underpowered.
Dude, I got a bunch of those figure 8 plugs. Dusty, send me your address. I'll send you a couple and you can try them. I got a bunch of them.
what about, this is just a suggestion. What about the cord from a laptop? It's the same configuration, isn't it?
Might not.
It depends. Some of them are kind of
Laptop.
figure
are-
8. Some of them are flat on one side.
Some of them
some of
are
them are
3 prong.
Yeah, it just
I'm
depends.
just saying.
3 prong
just
has
saying-
the earth in it.
I'm just saying he could try it.
Oh,
Well, like I said, I got a bunch of those figure 8 club cords. I could
A
send him
lot
a
of
couple.
small computers are 2 prong. Larger computers are 3 prong,
yeah.
particularly laptops.
That- the earth.
I can't eat no more of this burrito. Fuck.
Yeah, just think about how many kidney stones you'll have in a month.
Shut up.
You
Did you
got
get-
strings hanging all over you there, Dustin.
Did you get guacamole
Yeah.
on that, Justin?
I'm gonna call him String Man.
Oh yeah, why not?
Did they have guacamole?
Uh-huh.
But the
That's what they do.
link
They,
I put in is the
they
cable.
put it in the guacamole. Guacamole
Yep.
has
Dusty, check the link I just put in the chat for Adorama.
And Jonathan has morphed into a cat.
Finish what you were saying, Don. I want to hear it.
Guacamole
that's
has a
fine.
high silica content, and
Oh.
so that's probably contributing to your kidney stones.
That'll do it.
Why?
Yep.
Because I've had
There you go.
guacamole once in the past 6 months.
There's Dusty's address there.
Just
That's
keep
the
on
first time
eating
I've
it.
had guacamole in probably over 6
Oh
months.
no, I was making it up anyway. I don't know if it's got silica in it,
Making up random shit over here.
but it sounded good, didn't it?
Well,
You sound
Well,
convincing.
Look, so
was
did the
my
lies
argument
that
the
you
other-
talking about. I only had it once in 6 months. You know
That
you
was
were
my
lying.
argument the other day. If you come off as articulate, you can make any
Right.
argument sound good and legit.
Mm,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
mm,
Keep on eating it. Keep on eating it.
mhm.
I see your kitty cats there,
And
Jonathan.
two of them, right? They just jumped in my. Can y'all go somewhere? Both of y'all go. Spread
Nah.
out.
You
What do you
move.
want?
And if you move, that means they want a treat. or
Yeah, if
something.
I move, they move. Look, look.
Yeah, I move, they move.
I used to be
That's
able
what
to eat a whole
Serenity
burrito.
does.
Well, the one that's sitting in the back. Oh, there he goes.
That's what Serenity does. Everywhere I go.
You
Hey,
take that.
good.
Come on, fat girl.
Well, he wasn't talking to you, Donald.
Nope, I just got an approval on a spec sheet, so that's another little bit of paycheck.
Jonathan says, "Come on, fat girl," and the next thing you know, you're going.
Oh, no.
Talking to the cat.
So I got approved. That's good. Money, 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 money.
I got
Hey,
to
Tim,
down here
Tim,
and do
Lynn
invoices
was
tonight.
asking me if you got a pet health plan.
A what?
A pet health plan.
Pet insurance.
Yeah, it's me working every day.
No,
afford
pet
it.
insurance. Pet insurance.
Nah, that's too much money over here.
Okay.
Woolworths do it.
Pet insurance. Don't go play in the road. Unless you're
Yeah.
sick. In that case, if you're sick, go play in the road.
I'll just take her to a vet if she gets sick. I'll do the worming and everything. That reminds me, March 14th. March 14th, she needs a worming medication. And it's pretty cool, the medication that you get for the shit for deworming. Does fleas, worming, fucking some stomach bacteria too. Pretty
Heartworm.
cool. Heartworm, that's it.
Other one, yeah.
So it's everything included, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
there you go, Dusty. Try that one.
What's that, Angel?
Ugh.
I gotta go fix dinner. See you guys later.
Okay, Don.
All right.
We'll see ya.
See
And
you, Doc.
hey, Don, enjoy.
Don't burn up the kitchen, man.
Hey, how was your burrito? Did you get a burrito or did you get a what'd you get, Justin? Can't hear
That
you.
mic's working really good. That mic is working really good.
Shut up. Mute him,
Huh?
please.
Yeah,
I,
burrito.
it was muted. I forgot to unmute
Did you
it.
get a breakfast
Anyway.
bowl? Did you get a burrito bowl or a burrito?
No, I got a burrito, and I used to be able to eat a whole one of those. I barely could eat half of it. Oh, I'm
That's
fucking
what
full.
Phil getting to.
Yeah, well, wait till it comes out, buddy.
No, I wasn't even spicy anyway. I didn't put no hot sauce or nothing on it.
Oh,
Oh, hot sauce.
It was a
What?
little spicy from the meat, from the carne asada, but not much.
Justin,
It's
that's
not
why
that
you-
spicy.
That's why
What is
you
a burrito
add-
without hot sauce? What the fuck?
Why are you doing that?
It's called Frank's hot sauce. Frank's hot sauce.
No, Frank's Red Hot. No, that's.
wait.
There's also
put that on
Andrew,
burritos.
that almost looked obscene. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
No, I don't use Frank's Red Hot for burritos. That's for chicken. Now,
What about wing
Tapatio's good
sauce?
on burritos. Tapatio.
Wing
Fuck,
sauce?
that's funny.
No.
No, that's what Frank's Red Hot is. It's technically
Okay.
wing sauce.
Hey, Tim and Jonathan was cracked right up with you doing that, Andrew.
Oh, that was fucking
I heard
hilarious.
him.
He was like, just do this.
Yeah.
It's like you were air pumping yourself. You were air pumping yourself on that one. You got a vehicle coming down.
Oh man, I'm fucking full.
I love hot sauce on my burritos. It's one of my tacos.
Yeah, but I've been
Fucking
trying to cut back on hot sauce too. I don't eat it very often anymore.
You want something
Because-
that'll kill the fucking stones.
Dark sodas, hot sauce. You just a mess,
Hot
man.
sauce. Hot sauce will kill a kidney stone, bro. Fucking helps your heart too.
Yeah, but hot sauce wouldn't go through your kidney. It's more food. I
What?
don't think your
Sorry.
kidneys would
It's
really
your
be
kidney.
filtering.
Everything goes through your fucking kidneys. Ouch.
I don't know. I just I've cut back on hot sauce too because of my stomach. So because I take heartburn medication, so I
Yeah,
don't eat
Lane,
it
now you
very
got me
often. I
hungry.
might have it once every few weeks. I might have some hot sauce on something, but that's it. I don't
Now you
eat
got
it
me hungry
anymore
for a
either.
burrito. I think I'm having that tonight. Yeah.
Nice tuna fish and rice night.
Oh, nice.
Tuna fish and rice. That's something that I'll make the catch one day for a treat.
Why aren't chicken and rice if the cat has an upset stomach?
No, just rice and tuna.
Really,
I'll
you could
see if
just
you
open the
like
whole can of tuna.
Oh
Go to-
yeah,
go to-
yeah. She's been really digging this the fuck is it? Salmon
Yeah.
and something else. Yeah, she's really liking it.
Anything with fish in it, they're gonna love.
Oh yeah. But she'll tell you, man, when she don't like something. Fuck it.
It's a lot of food, Mark. 3 beef tacos and 3 chicken tacos.
Hey, here's a news clip that just kind of shake your head. Iowa called off the lethal injection of a convicted murderer several times today after 8 attempts. They didn't get it right, so they stopped the injection.
After 8 attempts,
After 8 times, they couldn't
couldn't get it
establish
right.
an IV anyplace.
Oh my fuck.
Did they
They did
consider
the
the
feet, they did the arms, they did the legs, they did the thighs. They couldn't get an IV.
so
Shove it
his
up
veins
his
are
ass.
shot?
Yeah.
Shove it up his ass.
Well, I always thought just go right into the carotid artery, you know?
Right there.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Right
Can't
in
find
the
one. You always got one right there.
Yep. Just shove it up his ass. It'll work. The same.
Can they?
What?
Can they do it in the carotid?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
That's how they put a central line in, put it right there.
I mean, for an execution though.
I mean, they're going to kill him for Christ's
Doesn't
sake.
matter. You
What
gotta
difference
find
in-
you gotta find a site.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does
You
this
can't
mean?
find a
Like,
carotid, you're bad.
the fact that they gave up, he gets to live.
No, they don't know what they're going to do. It's up in
Shoot
the
him in the
air
head. Shoot him in the head.
Well,
because the courts have determined that he was to die by lethal injection. This is Iowa.
Hey,
And
Jonathan, I got one for him. You
He
can have one of
didn't
these.
do- I always thought that if he went to go have a lethal injection and it didn't work,
That worked.
you were free.
Just shoot him in the head.
9mm work.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Okay, but correct me if I'm wrong, right? There was a time when if they gave you lethal, if you were sentenced to lethal injection, or the electric chair, excuse me, the electric chair, you didn't get electrocuted. If it didn't kill you, then you was able
But
to live.
what they did is they boiled you from the inside because they kept do it again. The doctor would say, no, do it again.
Right, so here's my thing. They tried it 8 times, it didn't work, so he's supposed to get to live, right?
Yeah,
That
well,
you-
I would think so. But he's a really bad guy, so
What the hell? am
I
gonna
don't know
walk
why
out?
they just didn't take him out in the courtyard and execute him firing squad.
They're still debating that on and off in South Carolina, where they use firing squad.
I think Utah still uses it.
Are you
Really?
serious?
Yeah, I think Utah still has a
Damn.
firing squad.
Damn.
Louisiana just passed the
Um,
laws today saying that they could use lethal injection, any means of lethal injection or electrocution.
Well, and the thing of it is Mark White is right. He says a nice pick through the heart is lethal injection.
That's right.
Yeah.
A bullet to the
It
head
could
is
be,
a-
yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's what I think that they should do with all.
But the argument is that it would cause undue pain or undue harm to the individual. Like
Yeah,
they
so
didn't
does-
care what they did to the individual.
Yeah, what they did to all
they
those
took-
other people that he
'Cause
killed.
for-
you
Right.
know?
Because for a
Exactly.
while
Undue
they
harm. You're taking a man's life. What, like, how much more worse can it get?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Steve has a more humane way of doing it there, Paul.
Steve's right.
Yeah.
Altitude chamber.
Altitude
A what?
change?
Oh, yeah.
Altitude chamber.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No oxygen at
You're gonna pass
40,000
out.
feet.
You're just gonna pass out.
I was just thinking too, if they're gonna do that to me, just go and drop me out of plane. Be dead to me.
Jonathan, part of the time you end up going splat.
Yeah. You ain't got to worry about me surviving. If I don't listen, if the air itself doesn't kill me, mind you, you're gonna drop me out. It's an execution, so you're not gonna give me any gear. You're just gonna chuck me out the plane. So 9 times out of 10, the air pressure from me trying to breathe alone is gonna kill me before I even hit
So
the
what?
ground.
You have like the spear being thrown out of a plane or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying if I did something that you're gonna execute me, right? I'd rather you do it like that. Don't
Get it over with, right? Yep.
you just toss me out of plane. At least I get to see the world for the last time.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Might as well
Fucking hell,
strap
man.
your ass to a rocket.
I
Then.
can see them picking him out of a plane with goggles
Yeah,
and one of those flight suits where he's going around like a flying
yeah,
squirrel.
look, I know I'm gonna die, so guess what? I'm liable to do some old spill down.
Hey,
They
Jonathan.
tell
Hey, Jonathan. This
Yeah.
this might be. Here you go. You definitely sound like a Jackson. You definitely sound like a Jackson.
You're gonna go out
Fucking
there
A.
with a bang.
Yeah, you definitely sound like a Jackson. Fuck me, dude.
Your older brother's poking some fun at you there, Jonathan.
No, listen, you want to hear something real? Matter of fact, I tell my mother all the time. I said, listen, when I die, I'm not even gonna be there at my own funeral.
Mark.
Take me and put me in the morgue and take all my intestines out. I don't want to feel of this, and then put me in the casket. But listen, I'm gonna walk in the woods somewhere just like a bear or whatever, and lay my ass down and die. And then all the animals that I've been eating all my life, you can go and get your share back. And we highlight.
Yeah.
Mark's got a good one.
Way to go for me.
He said the good news is we're sending you up in the space shuttle. The bad news is you're going for a spacewalk without a suit.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, you're gonna kill me. Make it quick. Yeah, what? Come on.
Look at this picture of Tyson in the car. The smiling ass. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at here. He's
That
smiling.
was like Tino today. He was all happy to go to the vet.
He's smiling.
He's definitely Sarah's little baby boy. She loves him.
I thought he was yours.
Yeah,
Justin.
I
He
do
is. He is, but he really loves Sarah and Aubrey too, though. Out of everybody, those are his two
So he
favorites.
likes the girls more than the boys?
Well, he doesn't really have a whole lot to
Y'all
do with my
don't get
oldest
it.
or my middle child, but
Everything there belongs to Sarah. Him, the
Yep.
dog.
Oh, that's
you,
right. Jonathan knows.
Everything.
Jonathan-
Sarah is the best thing to happen to everybody in that family.
Okay.
Jonathan has a good handle on the pecking order in that house.
Yep.
On the who?
Pecking order.
The pecking order.
Oh yeah.
That's all marriages. The woman is always in control of everything.
Man, that's what you call a good one right there.
Because part of the time the
Yeah.
dogs go first, and then the husband, and then the wife. Or the wife, then the husband.
statistically, wives do outlive husbands.
Mhm.
Guys are usually the first to die.
Not in my family.
That's what I'm talking about. See, rigor mortis know what it's up. Yeah, give me a skyboard. No shoot. Let's go. Ride out my last minutes.
Dad's
reckon
great
when
aunt
I'm,
lived to 103. So
I reckon when they take the blood out of me, they could probably get about 200 cases of Vegemite.
Rigger says he'd be in rough shape without Darcy.
Yeah, they're a good couple. Very good couple.
Dino's laying over there all wore out. He had 3 shots today.
Oh,
Ooh.
the usual shots, Joe.
Rabies and a couple others.
Yeah, the usual shots.
Yeah, he's fine. She told me, she said, he's really healthy. He's really, for 9 years old, he's really healthy. She said, yeah, he's healthier than anybody in my house.
Now, which one is that?
That's the brown one, the one you saw every once in a while I pick up. The brown one.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first one that I got. Cleo, the little black one, was the one that we got about 7 months later. And then Loki, white one, that was my daughter's. It
Your
was actually
daughter's.
is older than Tino. Yeah, it's older than Tino, about a year and a half older than Tino.
Did you tell the vet
Yeah.
about your home remedy for?
I was telling her that about him having seizures, and I explained that he'd hit the wall, and she said, "Yeah, it sounds like a brain injury. That's what it probably caused it." And I said, "Yeah." And we had an English sheepdog we put on phenobarbital, but I said, "But I don't have access to that." I said I was gonna bring him in, and I bought little hemp tablets. And I explained what I got, and she said, "Well, what kind of doses are you giving him?" I said, "Well, I started at 2 a day because of the 25 pounds, went to 3 a day at 10 hours, and he had a little seizure. He got better. So I kicked it to about 8 to 9 hours a piece." And I said, he hasn't had one in about a week now. And she says, "Yeah, you did it right." She said, "You just calming the neurons down."
Yeah.
She said, "That's probably what it is." She goes, "Just keep him on 3 like that." And she said, "Well, how's Tino doing with his coughing?" I said, "If I don't give him the Mucinex at least twice a week, he starts coughing." She goes, "I got him the coughing now." So, because I had told her about him having a cough. And she said,
Does he have
"Did you give him any
allergies or something?
Zyrtec?" I said, "Yeah, I think it is." I said, "They give any Zyrtec?"
Yeah.
I said, "What about citrazine?" She goes, "He can take a whole 10 milligrams." So I said, I'll start giving him citrus, see if that works. I'll cut it in half first and see how it affects him. Because when he got home, he was coughing again, but she was messing with his throat to make him cough to see what it was like. I tell you what, she's like 27-year-old, nice looking vet.
Oh, so she's like fresh out of school.
No, she's probably about 29. She's probably been a vet for about 3 years.
Yeah,
She's
but
an
how long
associate
still-
vet there.
How long?
Yeah, but
Just still,
here's the thing,
I mean-
Andrew. He says she's hot.
Yeah, that's
How
all I'm
long
worried
does
about.
desexing take?
How long does what
vet,
take, Tim?
Desexing, like on the kitty.
Oh, you'll have her back the next day, most likely, or
Yeah,
same
back
day.
the same day.
Overnight?
Yeah,
If you put
no,
her there in the morning, she'll come back at night.
yeah.
Okay.
Just
First
take her
thing.
in first thing.
To get
Oh,
it fixed.
it all depends
Yeah.
on how busy they are.
Well, he can pretty much schedule it and call it to what it is. He just calls them up and says, "Hey, I want do this and I want to bring her in the morning, pick her up at night, you know?
Actually,
they-
Tim, you might want to call.
They bring it. They'll come get it in
Yeah.
the morning because they do their surgeries in the morning, and then they'll
Actually,
drop-
Tim, yeah, you might want to call and make an appointment.
Yep.
Yeah, make an appointment.
Tell them your
Actually,
parameters.
It's already paid for, so. Yeah.
Right,
There's
but
a
you need to
good-
call. I would call them and see
Schedule.
if you need. You may have to make an appointment for that, so you might want to.
You may want to see, because you want to schedule it. It isn't, you don't want her overnight or whatever.
Well, I wanted to be there with her, but.
No,
she's gonna
I
be
won't
out.
let you.
Well, take a day off.
Oh, I am. Going to-
There's hair on the tip.
Or get hair on the tip. Or
Tim's gonna be hiding under the gurney.
be like, ah.
But there's a good chance when they go to fix her that they do it by laser. That's the new thing.
Yeah, that's they.
So I just want to be honest with you. This is sexual for me.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
does,
God,
East
bro.
Coast. Yes, it
I
does.
love that fucking clip.
Yeah, it's just like being a doctor.
The thing about
Yeah,
you're
it's
in
all
like the
paid
most
for, I just-
vulnerable position at that time.
Yeah,
You don't know what the hell's going on. Right.
it's gonna make me feel bad. Fucking gets done.
Robin.
I don't know. I don't know, Dusty.
I don't know. You
Well,
you
you
are
know what?
neutering.
I can't see the chat, so.
He said, "Why do you not call it spay and neuter instead of dissection?"
They call it desexing over here. I don't know.
Dissecting rather than desexing.
Desexing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know.
She's got to get it done when she's, I think, 3 months. She said, no, 6 months.
Well, she'll let you know when you hear start howling at night.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Because I know they won't do it unless they're a certain size and above.
6 months.
Yeah, at a certain age.
Yep.
Certain age or certain size, depending on
Yeah,
how
She's
they
only
go.
10. She's only 10 weeks. Yeah. So
Oh, he's young.
10 weeks going on 2 years. She's a nutter.
Yeah, so you'll drop her off in the morning and likely pick her up at what, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. But
But Tim, you don't have a male cat, so why are you getting a fix?
There's something in the
Because if they
agreement of
if
the,
they go into heat, some of the hormones can really damage them.
You
Like
mean
going to
damage?
heat.
That part of the agreement too, you have to get them fixed.
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's part of the agreement too.
Yeah, because here, if
Yep.
you go to a pound, you have to get the dog has to be fixed or the cat.
Well, when I go to the vet, I'm going to get all the papers on her too, so make sure I have copies of them.
Because so I
Little
heard
pet
some
passport.
spay or
Yeah.
neuter by 6 weeks.
Over here, it's different. 6 months.
Now I'm
Pretty
gonna
sure
show
6
y'all.
months. If not 6 months, it's 3 months. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Can't
show
be
y'all a picture from the bio, the intro. Then I'm gonna show you a picture of the vet. I'm not gonna show you a name, but I'm gonna show you. I got it on her Facebook, so you believe me. That's her
Dusty,
bio. Okay.
Yeah.
It says she's a veterinarian there, right?
There she is.
Oh, how you doing?
Interesting.
Damn,
Yeah.
she neuter me. Oh, I mean,
that's a good Joe. That's a good picture though.
Seems
Yeah,
like
I'll
you
show
want
you.
to just de-sex me.
yeah, I'm telling you. Fuck it. We can always play Army. I can lay down, you can blow me.
Oh,
out
there
of the
she
way.
is.
Oh, yeah, Chihuahua. How you doing?
Hey, doing.
Now you see why I went with him today.
That's why he
Down
changed
to the
his,
bed a lot,
changed
man.
his-
Oh,
that's why he changed his shirt and his underwear today.
No, that's why he goes to the vet too often.
I even
Yeah.
sprayed a little cologne on. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You gonna take it to dinner, Joe?
No, hell no. She's getting ready to get married. But she gets like
What?
right here on you.
She's
talking to
not
you.
married yet either, Tim.
Well, Well, there you
I know,
go.
I heard your
You
mom
got a
out there
chance.
yelling at him earlier.
You got a chance.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
What they do
Charlie.
before they're married.
Yeah, I know, I know.
All I heard was all this.
Only thing
fucking
we got in
screaming all of a
common is
sudden.
we like dogs.
Yeah, we heard that, Justin.
What did you tell her you could be the biggest dog ever, right?
Roof, roof.
I can be your Great Dane.
She likes it rough, right?
I can
Don't
be your
know.
Shaggy.
Speaking of cats, it's annoying when your neighbor's cat keeps hiding in your mulch bed by your garage.
That's
My
not
dog
good.
almost tied me up trying to keep him from slipping out.
Oh,
East Coast says he loves the way your new kitty cat is your baby.
Oh, she is. She is. I like how when I get home, she meets me at the door.
stop walking.
She
Stop.
greets
My
you
wife
too
told
when
me
you
to
go
do
home,
that.
right?
Huh?
She greets you too when you go home, right?
Yeah, right at the door. Yep. I think she hears the reverse beeper in my ute.
Yeah, and they all stand at the window. I know
Yeah.
that feeling.
Is that a standard thing on most cars down there, Dominic?
Work.
What?
Does the rear beeping as it backs up?
Generally on anything that's four-wheel drive, yeah.
And we
I
have,
thought that was a newer. I thought that was a newer model.
they're
thing.
on. They're on
Come-
all work utes. You
A
got to
commercial
get that.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his company truck.
Ah,
Well, that
By
sounds
law,
delicious.
it's got to be on every.
that doesn't sound
By
bad,
law.
Rigger. Bangers,
And reverse
mash,
beep.
and beans.
Oh,
Yeah.
bangers and mash. Bangers and mash.
I like having
That-
I like having caramelized fried onion on that as well.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Do you add a little bit of pepper to it, Dominic? A little spice?
Yeah, always.
Hot sauce.
Because
It's
as,
something like a chihuahua.
as Guy Fieri
Yeah.
said, spice is flavor.
That's probably. Yep. That was our first currency in the world. You know that? Spice.
That's why they said Columbus was supposed to be going to India to get spices, and he ended up in America.
Who did?
That's how they said Columbus discovered America. He didn't go out looking.
Oh
for
yeah.
it. He thought he was
Yeah.
going to India, and he ended up in America instead.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's what they say. I mean, we don't know exactly what happened.
That's what they first used as currency. The spices.
Oh yeah, salt.
Spice or
Dude,
salt?
Salt was worth a lot back in the day.
Yeah,
That was
spice or
considered-
salt, and that's where the terminology you're worth your salt.
Yep. Ooh,
So do you like the Instapot, Rigger?
I like my stuff hot.
much better.
Hell.
Well, what do you guys think?
It's up to you.
I'm not really thinking.
Up to Jonathan.
I'm at work. I don't
Can you hear
think.
me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Oh,
Yeah.
my Bluetooth had died on me.
Can you hear us?
We'll keep going if Justin wants to keep going.
Your call, Justin.
I don't think
That's
he's
up to
working.
me.
It's all on you now.
It's all on you.
Really give a crap, to be honest. Though.
He's doing that. He's doing that Justin mumble.
No, I'm listening. I'm just working on. I was doing.
That's
some
that
cable
Temu mic.
management. Temu my ass.
He said Team Mike. Damn.
Well, he got that microphone free for buying a package of bubble gum.
That's
Hell,
what I
I
thought.
did.
Paid for that microphone.
They saying you got the Cracker Jack sweepstakes, Mike.
I bet I got the most expensive mic on this panel.
How much was it?
160.
You got it on Temu for what, $69?
Doesn't sound like it.
Mine's more expensive than yours, but I'm not on the panel, so you're right.
It wasn't it $69, Justin?
Look, it works
Do
so
what?
good you can't even hear it.
Wasn't it $69 that mic?
No.
It's got
You know,
total
Paul,
noise cancellation.
You know, Paul,
HyperX
I
has
actually
a cheaper one for like 40.
You know,
That's
Paul,
the
I
one-
actually paid for that mic.
Again, how?
How?
Yeah, I
You
wanna hear
said
this.
out of your own head, you said that everything that you get from your subscribers or your members.
And not
goes
this was
into-
not paid for by that. I said my computers and monitors
Oh,
were.
then you lied. Then you lied.
No. I never said the mic. I said my computer and monitors earlier. I never said that. I said that's
okay,
what
so I
paid the
bought-
payments on those every month.
So I bought your computer and your monitor.
And I appreciate it.
Just for the record,
And how
Justin
how
did
else would
say
I be
stuff
online to
earlier.
harass you, Tim?
Oh, well.
Justin did say stuff earlier, so
What'd you
That's
say,
going into
Andrew?
more- That's going into
earlier
more-
we were talking. Did Justin say stuff? And I said he did say stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought
'cause
he
they were
did. I
trying to-
thought he did too,
And-
right? But I wasn't sure. That's why I'm sitting here like, let me try to remember
And
harder.
someone said, did he
And
say
that's-
subs?
And that's
Yeah, I
what
didn't
he
say
said.
subs,
He said
I said stuff.
monitors, computer, and stuff. So is the mic stuff? There you go.
Yeah, it's stuff.
That's
I
right.
heard
That's how,
stuff.
that's how I pay for all my stuff on YouTube.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait a minute now. In his defense, after he said stuff, he did say my monitors and my TV, but you did say stuff. He said both. He said both.
Yes,
If you-
but
if you
this
keep it
wasn't
real, he said
paid for-
both.
Yeah, but everybody knows I paid with this with my taxes. I told everybody I was getting a new mic when I got my taxes
Oh,
back.
did you do
Yeah, we
taxes yet,
changed it.
Justin?
Yeah, I've already
we
got my
changed
back.
it.
Okay. I just
But what
I
I'm
just
saying is,
filed my stuff.
I did pay for a lot of my monitors, and my computer came out of YouTube money. Because I didn't even, to be honest with you, I don't even see half my YouTube money. It goes into Sarah's bank account. So, and then she uses it to go get stuff, or if I got to pay my computer.
Yeah,
or
he's
my
he's
monitors.
buying more stuff.
But my computers are, I paid my last payment today on my computer. I own it outright now.
Yes.
Oh,
Good to
wait a
hear.
minute. So I pay for your burritos.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We're gonna squeeze in there some kind of how.
That's part of the stuff.
He's gonna be real mad when I'm the next Mr. Beast, and he's gonna be like, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" And I'm gonna just give him a little nibble. I'll let him have a little nibble.
You fucker.
Just dangle 100 in his face. Here you go. You want a little more?
He'll light a cigarette with $100 bill right
Yeah.
in front of me.
Okay.
Okay, though.
Be like, perhaps.
I can see your first chocolate bar. It'll be the Bertha special.
Oh yeah, he's got his own candy bar out now. They actually sell it at Walmart.
Yeah, he does.
Mr. Beast.
It's over here.
Yeah,
It's over here.
Who does?
Mr.
Mr.
Beast.
Beast.
He has his own candy bar. You can buy it at Walmart in the candy section.
Shit.
People say it's pretty good. I've never had one, but you know, he got offered $1 billion for his channel on YouTube,
It's
and he turned it down
What?
because they found out that when they did the math on how many views and how much money he's made, his
Mhm.
channel was actually worth like $2 or $3 billion.
Oh, damn.
And they offered him $1 billion. A company came in and offered him $1 billion, and he turned it down.
So
Yeah.
he thinks he can make he can make it to 5 billion or something, right?
But when they
Well,
listen,
no, I just
when
don't
they
think
make
he
you an
would.
offer for a number like that, they already know that they can make like 5-6 times more with it. So that tells you right there that you got.
And that tells you made it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you're making more. He'll make more than what they're offering. So no way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because they're not going to put up $1 billion unless they're going to make some kind of profit off of it.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
So they really just let you know that
If
you're
I was
on the way up, all the way.
the way I look at it though, if I was him, would I have took the offer? Probably, because $1 billion would get you through the rest of your life, no problem. And you can't take it with you when you die, so he's still pretty young. Why not live up your life and do as much as you can in life in the short time you got? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if I'd want to keep doing YouTube if I was worth that much. I think I'd want to walk away and find other things to go do. I mean, you already got the fame. YouTube's really not giving you any more fame than you already have.
That's what Linus Tech is doing. He didn't walk away, but he's letting everybody else do the videos and shit.
Oh yeah, he has a CEO now and everything. He doesn't even run the business anymore.
No.
He just sits back and does the videos with his guys. That's it.
Well, he still has his business. I don't know.
Right, but he's not running the day-to-day operations. The CEO runs it. So he focuses more on doing videos.
He just collects the money. That's it.
Look, he should have sold it and just created another channel. You got your free $1 billion.
Well,
I'm sure there would have been some kind of thing in there though that said you couldn't do that because they're buying the name.
What? You wanted to buy this channel. I'm gonna say you this channel. I'm gonna make me another channel.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
if anybody wants to buy mine for $1 billion, I'm up for it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is for a company to come in and want to buy your name because they're buying the Mr. Beast name, I guarantee they would put that stipulation in the contract that you couldn't start another channel up, especially using the same name.
Non-competition, yep.
Yeah, because they're not going to want you competing with something they just spent $1 billion, which is fine. Like I'd be fine with that. Like honestly,
well, yeah,
100K is all I need.
You got to be crazy if $1 billion isn't enough, you know.
Like I said, you could walk away and enjoy the rest of your life, and he's still young, man. He still has plenty of years ahead of him. That man could go get on Elon's thing, go up into space. I mean, he has the means to be able to pretty much do anything he wants to do. I mean, the sky's the limit. Now, hold on, let's back it up now. He's not Elon money now. Elon would piss $1 billion out, no problem.
Are you talking about the Elon, or are you talking about Philadelphia Elon?
I'm talking about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is on a whole different level of rich, bro.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is on a whole different level of rich.
Yeah.
Like that man spent $40 billion on Twitter just to prove a point.
Right.
What the fuck does that tell you?
You know what?
Hey, Steve Carpenter, how you doing?
Like you think
He's
that
back
was
to the
you think
grind.
that, and that motherfucker made that money back, right? I don't give a shit if people think that somehow hurt him. It didn't. That man is still, he's still worth shit tons of money, hundreds of billions.
He probably made that back in a month.
If that long. Oh shit.
At the rate Elon's going, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not the first trillionaire in history, to be honest with you.
I reckon he will. He'll get there.
I really wouldn't surprise me because I think, let's see what his net worth is at the moment. Let's see.
Well, him and Bezos keep on jumping, don't they? Like
the problem with Bezos is when he got divorced, his wife walked away with like 25 billion.
About half of what he.
Damn.
I would say it was about a quarter because he was worth 200 and something billion.
That's some expensive pussy right there, but
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're still worth 180 some billion dollars or 160 billion at the end of this shit, you're still sitting pretty.
It's a drop in the bucket.
So right now, as of now, he's worth 204 billion. Elon is, and that's as of February 26th, 2024.
Just give me one of that.
Like I said, bro, that's a whole different level of rich, dude. Whole different level.
I would never see that money in my lifetime.
When Pepsi was doing the Pepsi Play for a Billion challenge, they were talking about what you could do with $1 billion. And one of them was you could spend like 10 grand a day for 100 years or some shit. And you would still have like $270 million left over. You'd have over 200 and some million.
The interest that you grow back every day. Fuck yeah.
Could you imagine trying to go out and spend 10 grand every day? Like you're literally just trying to spend it.
I reckon it'd be easy.
I could.
It wouldn't be hard.
Nope. Nope. Hell no.
It wouldn't be hard.
I could spend 100 grand in one day.
Look, time you go buy yourself a nice car, a nice house, you done spent a little piece of money. Compared to that, just a little piece of money.
Yep. I want an underground house. That's what I would get.
So yeah, Musk and let's see what Jeff Bezos' net worth is at the moment. Yeah, because they were going back and forth, but then when he got divorced, I know it kind of kicked him in the ass for a little while. Let's see what his. So his net worth is now only 127 billion.
Only,
So-
yeah, only.
Well, I'm saying he used to be closer to 200 billion himself, but he lost a lot of money when he got divorced. That's what I said. It was quite a
Hey,
bit.
Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he wants.
Okay, there you go.
So all I gotta do is go over on the side and cut it open, slice it. But that's what he wants for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Musk
that's what
has
it is.
11 children.
Oh, good on him.
I didn't even know he had any kids. I didn't even think he had any kids. I didn't even know
Who
he
we
was
talking
married.
about? Bezos or Musk?
He's saying that he said Justin Musk received a substantial divorce settlement, which included $6 million in cash, 10% of Musk's stock in SpaceX, and 200,000 Tesla Roadster car.
Oh, wow.
I guess he has like a shit ton of kids. I didn't know that. I'll be one of his kids.
No, he's got at least one.
Be like, Daddy, can I have $1 million?
Sure.
Like
Go.
Cage.
Yeah, hell's I want is $1 million. Fuck. I'm not even being greedy. Give me 10
Sure,
million.
I'll take it.
Even 10 million
take
is a
that.
drop in the bucket.
That set me up. I wouldn't have to work a day in my life. I guess.
Fuck yeah.
See, how I would build a house, I would put like a 2-bedroom cottage like I have now on top, but underneath the ground, it would open up into like a 5 fucking story mansion.
Oh, I remember Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas Cage, though, he fucking lost a lot of money over this. Him and Michael Jackson, they both had a spending problem. Michael Jackson
Yeah.
bad too. I watched a video of him walking into this like art studio, and like some of these art pieces were like $5 million, $3 million. He's like, I'll take one of those, one of these, one of those. Motherfucker done spent
Yep.
like 30 million in just like 10 minutes. I'm like, Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
Yep.
That's money.
But see, that's why if Michael Jackson would have lived, that tour that he was supposed to go on right before he died was estimated
yeah.
for $1 billion. So he
Yeah,
would have
it was.
made all that because he was in serious debt when he died. He was in really bad debt.
Yeah, that's why they sold pretty much all of his thing except the
Now some
Except his
billionaire
house.
owns the Neverland Ranch now.
yeah.
Well,
Hey
But it's
Jonathan, I wonder if we can get any money from that.
Yeah, okay.
man,
He might be
too
related.
late in the game. Too late in the game.
Tim
Yeah,
said,
too
I thought
late
it was the Jackson
Okay.
7.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
I'm pretty sure the name of the group was Jackson 7, not Jackson 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Try to
Nah,
tell
but
about
Ni-
Rolling Stone and nobody listen.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, like Nicolas Cage, dude, he was the same way. He had a bad spending problem too, and I think he went out and bought like a $500,000. It was a fucking T-Rex skull or some shit from a museum. He spent like a
skull?
$500,000 or $1 million on it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then when he became broke, he had to turn around and sell it. But it was worth like $1 million or some shit. It was a skull from a T-Rex.
Why
He
would
ain't
you
broke
want
now.
that?
Dude, have you ever actually watched an interview with Nicolas Cage? He is a weird guy.
He
I mean,
is crazy.
he is fucking out there, bro.
Oh yeah.
He is
He ain't
he's
broke.
nothing like you see in the movies, dude. He's really weird.
He ain't broke now. He's worth some money now.
Let me see, because yeah, he was pretty broke up to a couple years ago. Let me see what he's worth now. Because he actually, over where Joe lives, he actually built a pyramid grave site in one of the
Yeah, I might have to go
cemeteries
take a
there.
picture of that.
A
And
pyramid grave site?
yeah, it's a big mausoleum, and it's made. It looks like a pyramid because he's like heavily into like Egyptian mythology.
Oh, yeah, matter of fact, I did hear about that.
So as of estimates right now, he's worth only 25 million.
Yeah,
But
Really?
all the movies he did over the years, dude, he would be worth well over 500 million right now. He blew a
25
lot of
million
money.
ain't a lot of fucking money too.
See, because like let's see what the article says. Um,
As of today, my net worth is $25.
$25.
yeah. See, at one point he was worth 150 million to him, and then he lost all his money, and then he gained back up to 25 million from redoing some movies. But yeah, he blew through $150 million. Huh.
As you would do, as anybody would do, probably.
Hey.
And he was in April 2023, Cage opened up about being $6.3 million in debt to the IRS.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's still in debt with them. So that's a third of his fortune gone right there that he has right now.
Hey, always
I
pay
just
your
don't,
tax.
dude. I don't understand that. You're that rich. How the fuck do you not have an accountant that pays your taxes? How do
Right.
you
I
go?
never understand that.
How do you go 5-10 years without paying taxes? I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how these rich people get in that predicament. It's like, dude, I don't make hardly shit every year, but I get my taxes done every year.
That should be
Right.
nothing for them to pay. Like,
Yeah, you go to an accounting firm and they do your taxes for you. How the fucking hard is that to do?
Well, look at me. I mean, I'm fucking broke, but I have an accountant. I have a broker. The things that you have to have. Well, you
But I'm
don't have to
saying
have a
there's
broker.
multi-billion-dollar accounting firms out there that do shit like that he could easily go to and say, I need you to do my taxes for me. Like, how hard is that? Instead, you wait until the IRS comes after you after about 10 years of not paying, and then you owe them half your damn fortune that you have, when you probably only would have owed them a couple million over that time. But now you owe them $6 million in penalties and fees and court costs and everything else. That's fucking stupid.
yeah, that's crazy. It is crazy.
I just don't get it, dude. Although, I mean, I guess I can't say I understand because I've never been worth that much money. So just from looking at it from the outside, it seems like kind of stupid, but I don't know.
Hey, you making movies back to back, you got a constant flow of money. And you got an accountant. Why isn't your accountant handling that? Number one. Number two, you obviously ain't getting no income tax check back.
Exactly.
If you ain't paying your taxes.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't really be caring about an income tax check getting back every year anyway if I was worth that much. You know, most families and stuff, they depend on that every year.
Yeah.
To get a car, new clothes, different things like that they might need. When you're that rich, though, you can pretty much go buy what you need anytime. Need a new car, you can just go and buy one right off the lot cash.
Back. Sliding. Door.
What?
That sliding door is ajar.
Yep. When you got forecasts that wanna keep you at the door. One in, two out. Two in, one out. Let's see.
That's like Serenity now. She has this thing in the morning. I go to get my coffee. She runs in between my legs. Fuck. Then she tries to drink my coffee.
Yeah, I know that problem.
One day she's gonna take a sip and fucking burn her tongue. Huh?
Really, Cat?
So anybody here has a broker? Nobody has a broker.
Back.
Oh,
Sliding.
yeah,
Door.
you go.
I guess nobody has a broker.
Nobody has a what?
A broker, stock broker.
No.
No, I don't buy stocks.
I know. I can look at a stock and say, how many shares do you think I should buy? And he'll look at my account and he goes, okay, you can get this. And I was like, okay, get it. He kept on trying to get me to do the Tesla. I said, no, I don't want that. Fucking stupid to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. So you guys
Okay,
can
Dominic. Yeah, I think we're gonna shut her down.
See you, Dom.
Okay, man.
Dominic,
Okay, Dom,
stop
take
the
care. Jonathan,
Y'all
take
take care.
care.
All righty. Yeah, me
We'll,
neither.
we'll see ya.
All right.
See you later, guys.
y'all.
Justin,
I'll
we'll
see you
see ya.
later.
Y'all take
I'll
care.
see y'all in the morning.
Joe, we'll see you in the morning. Yep. All right, everybody.
Okay.
Tim,
Much love to the community.
don't work too hard, buddy.
Later,
I
guys.
never do.
Bye for
See ya.
now.
Y'all